Oh, he's given it! He's given it! He's given it! Leave it! This is not the most important goal, but if and not if this were a oh, he's done well to save the bounce. Oh, he's put it down! Bowling! It is that time, Watchalong time on cricket.com, and boy, we're late a little bit, but better late than never. Or you can call us fashionably late. My name's Avnish Hegde, and we've rejigged the studio, and I have alongside me, of course, the very bright Somesh Agarwal. Somesh, how are we this evening?
Yeah, pretty busy.
Pretty busy.
As you can see,
I
all
mean,
the last minute changes.
yeah, and it'll get better throughout the course of the season. We can, of course, rest assured that. But what we can also tell you about right now is the game that we're going to talk about for the next 3 hours or so, because it's the Northern Derby, the first of this year's competition. Lucknow hosting Delhi for the first time at the Ekana. That's going to be an absolute big roller.
Sitting together.
And straight away, Lucknow, by the way, are batting. It was Delhi who won the toss and put them in. And we'll tell you about the teams and all of that. But right now, KL's batting with Kyle, and it was Khalil to open the first over. So lots of K's going out of that. K's. KL, Kyle.
Fan now.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh. Going down.
There's lots of attention naturally, Som, on KL Rahul. What are you expecting of him this season?
I just want to see how he bats. I mean, will he be that conscious KL Rahul, or will we see the 2018 KL Rahul again? Or we have a very good article which itself is headlined that is that KL Rahul still available? I mean, does he still have it in him to be that his normal self?
That is true. I mean, again, it's absolutely going off here in terms of all the backgrounds that you can see. We've designed a few, but look, sometimes even in 2023, technology bites you in the backside. But I'm guessing for the next 2 hours or so, everything will be smooth as butter. Right now, 2 for none, 1.4. Mukesh Kumar, he's of course making his MPL debut today, the Men's Premier League,
BPL,
of course.
right.
BPL, Bharat Premier League.
Exactly.
But yeah, do you think Kyle is just getting a game because the Cox of that?
Of course. But I mean, he's good.
But Gambhir said on record that he actually likes Kyle Mayers.
Yeah, of course, he's good. An advantage is that he can use with the new ball as well. We've seen him swung English team out of the game.
Yeah.
But that was with the red ball, so that means he has that ability.
That was one of the most economic spells in the history of Test cricket. He bowled like some 17 overs, and out of the 17, some 15 were maidens. But right now, speaking of maidens, it's been miserly right now from Delhi, and they'll be happy with it. We're going to get a couple of Delhi fans, actually just one, in terms of Shubh Agarwal. Fascinated to pick his mind about what's going to go on. By the way, all you viewers right now who are new on this cricket.com platform, not just download the app. First of all, subscribe to the YouTube channel, because we're going to be doing some fascinating watch-alongs. Pretty much every day there will be a watch-along guaranteed. And what's more is that you can check out the cricket.com app, because it's absolutely brilliant. Hello, Pranav Anand. How are you this Saturday evening? I know the football's going on, but the BPL is back. Is there a floodlight delay for watch-alongs too?
Yeah. Floodlight delay
at times. I mean, Kyle Mayers is on strike, but right now we're showing you a view of his house in Trinidad or Barbados by the looks of it, and it's gone off right now. But yeah, Lucknow Delhi, where are you putting these teams in terms of finishing at the end of this year's competition?
Both of them are in my top 4.
Oh my God, are you joking?
Yeah, Lucknow, because they have a very
pretty
complete to करने दे भाई. See, Lucknow, because they have a very strong unit.
Yeah.
Delhi, it's just a gut feeling. I like Wandu, the captain.
Correct.
To be honest, because he's hungry.
Yeah.
He has a point to prove now that his. Let's be honest, his Australian captaincy ambitions are.
And with Papa Ponting, right?
Papa Ponting and Dada Ganguly.
Dada Ganguly, honestly. I mean, Delhi have always kind of had the players over the years. They're one of those teams like Bangalore who's just not gotten the taste of silverware yet. Who knows? Warner, of course, has tasted success as a captain before. Hyderabad, I know that well. That stupid night in 2016.
Yeah, of course. How can a Bangalore fan ever forget?
So, you know, the best part is yesterday I was watching the highlights, right? Gujarat Chennai, when we went back, because I just wanted to see it again. And then it's because it's on the Geo app right now, you can see the previous finals. So I was watching the 2009 finals, so that hurts even more than the 2016. 20 for none, chasing 144. Callis is there. Ross Taylor's there.
Let me ask you this question. If you're Virat Kohli, which one game will hurt you the most?
Okay.
I mean, irrespective of which team you're playing for, if you have to pick just one game.
one game against one opposition.
Yeah.
This year.
Overall in your career.
2016.
2016.
2016. He says that on record. I think even in the Bangalore podcast that they do, he said that he was like, I chat sometimes with KL Rahul in the Indian dressing room, and every time they look at that highlights, they're like, that was our chance. And even KL won a title, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he put it down. He's put it down, so. And it's little Sarfu who's been donning the gloves. That's quite ridiculous. Hello, Greg. KL will limp off to 30 of 30 and then finish with 50 or 40. That's a good early prediction. We're probably getting a prediction board also at some point.
But was there an edge?
Yeah. That TV idea for marketing is good. It's brilliant. We're going to get some absolutely brilliant stuff. Is that an edge? Good question. So
no edge.
No.
Lucky वो सरफराज पर भाई.
It was that.
ये मुझे वो पेड़ कौन सा होता है ना कोई जो insects पकड़ता है.
Venus flytrap.
Yeah.
The Venus flytrap.
Something like that.
Pink ball लेकर मैं आजा स्टूडियो में.
बचपन में साइंस में पढ़ा था अब याद नहीं है नाम.
So he has the red ball. I think I have the white one.
Yeah. And together we make the pink.
The pink. So Khalid to continue to Kyle, and again,
I
don't know honestly.
Test match चल रहा है.
I mean, by the way, fun fact, if it does matter to all you gents or ladies watching this, boys and girls, the last time a T20 happened in Lucknow, guess where I was? And so, we were in Amritsar. Because you were getting wedded, my friend, while India and New Zealand were playing a test in a T20 format. 99 played 100. I mean, would you like
पर हमारे गुरकीरत पाजी वहाँ भी थे वो स्कोर देख के एनालाइज कर रहे थे क्या घटिया पिच है ये कौन बनाता है ऐसी पिच.
Absolutely shocking. By the way, if you get a game like that again where 100 plays 110, would you take that tonight?
No.
Why?
See, the two extremes, I don't like either extreme. I don't like 250 playing 250 and nor 100 playing 100.
So like you're a 160 versus 160 guy.
160, 180 types ki thoda something in it for everyone.
Yeah, even yesterday, I honestly think like if we were looking at the game we were talking about it with sort of fun. By the way, check it out in terms of all of that content that he had to say. Some slanderous content as well, but if you guys are into that, there you'll definitely have a giggle or two. Just going back to yesterday's game as well. When you look at it back in the cold light of day, do you think Chennai were undone, or do you think they deserved to lose?
No, I think their bowling weakness was exposed.
Yeah.
Going in with Tushar Deshpande was always a very tricky choice.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm very surprised. I mean, surprised but not surprised that they did not have a death bowler.
Correct.
Because what I feel is, Dhoni as a captain, he feels कि भाई मुझे कोई run बना के दे दो.
Yeah.
Bowling में मैं देख लूँगा. And that's why they went with the extra cushion of having both Conway and Stokes in the team.
But so think about it. Any other bowling attack also would have found it hard to defend.
Not really. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, replace that Tushar Deshpande spell with some other bowler.
Yeah.
And you're in the game. Although, I mean, like I said, Dhoni wants his batters to chip in. That's why he said at the end of the game that we were like 15 runs short.
Correct.
Because he knows that abhi bowling utni strong nahi hai.
Yeah. And even though they had the batting depth, they were going pretty well at one stage. Obviously, Rituraj playing that that proper role, and then Raidu came and went.
But I think Gujarat planned really well because they unleashed Azari Joseph against Shivam Dube. Correct. And he sort of tied him down. He scored 9 runs of his 10 balls in that middle period, and that sort of decelerated Chennai's thing. And I did not like what they did in the last 2 balls. They could have run a by, 100%. And then that last ball was, they should have tried it double.
And knowing Dhoni normally goes for that. And there was no backup as well, if you guys remember that rightly. But yeah, look, Chennai undone. They play, of course, Lucknow on Monday night. So it'll be interesting to see how Lucknow goes. So far, 12 and 2.5.
What about the game this afternoon? I think
God.
In arranging this studio, we've almost forgotten that there was a game.
True. That is a very good point that my friend has brought up here, because right now, as it stands, it's pouring cats and dogs in Mohali. Obviously, in terms of the DLS, I think obviously Punjab had their noses in front. So, but do you think overall, Punjab showed us glimpses? Dhawan did his job. Baraka 50 and out. Obviously, some quick fire cameos from Jitesh 21. I think he's got 11 ball 21.
Sikandar Raza. Everyone chipped in. Yeah. Punjab left. Punjab actually started from where they left off.
Correct.
So they were 100 after 10 overs.
Yeah.
And scored 91 in the last 10.
Yeah.
So some might feel that they could have gotten a few more.
Yeah.
I feel that too. But I think first time Kolkata did not bowl really well.
Yeah.
Even Sunil Narayan got tonged. And this, by the way, is his most expensive spell since the tournament in 2021. So last full season he was never this expensive.
That's shocking. Absolutely shocking.
him and Venkatesh Iyer pulled things back in the second half.
Yep.
Kolkata, I mean, they lost just too many wickets. If not for Andre Russell splits, they would have been far behind.
Way behind.
But I really liked, how Prab Simran is shaping up, how Jitesh Sharma is shaping up. We already saw Ruturaj and Shubman Gill yesterday, but yeah.
Yeah, even Prab Simran was obviously brilliant. There's a couple of updates saying there's a guy who literally on Twitter said, I live like 15 kilometers away from Mohali here, and I think it's been raining since more than an hour. I think that's the game, guys. So essentially, Kolkata might not pocket the points. It'll be Punjab to get their campaign up and running. Remember, there was a lovely preview written by, I think, Anina or Akash, one of the boys, and they called it a toxic relationship.
Yeah, toxic relationship.
Really lovely.
Because they somehow finish 6 every time.
Every time since 2019 IPL. Can you believe that?
What's going on here? I mean, is there something wrong in the pitch or what's up? It's like 4th over.
It's shocking. Tanmay Agarwal, tough.
Literally asking the same question. What's going on here?
Related to you so?
I don't know. I mean, what's happening? I mean, they're trying to play some shots, but they're not able to connect.
Has Gambhir had anything to do with the pitch?
पता नहीं यार ऐसा क्या करेगा?
Do franchises kind of have a call?
Obviously they do. I mean, that's the home advantage.
Oh, look at how he's packed his team. He obviously has weapons galore. Mark Wood out and out pace. A left arm option Unadkat. Bishnoi.
But is Unadkat playing today?
Yeah, he's playing.
Okay.
Unadkat's playing. Mark Wood's playing. Before we come to the Lucknow team, we'll just take a look at the Delhi team because it's a benefit for you guys also right now. We're watching this on television right now. So, woohoo! KL recently got married. Hopefully that doesn't take away his fatherhood. Pranavanan, I think Chennai missed out on an out-and-out express pacer who can hit hard lengths and flatter pitches like Wood, Archer, Jofra. That's the same people, I'm guessing. Also, they lack a leader in their bowling. Magala Tiksara would improve it. Isn't that a problem which has been plaguing them for a while right now? An express pacer?
I mean, they had Chris Jordan last time around, but Chris Jordan. So I think I was very impressed with the hunger kicker.
Yeah.
True. Clearly, I mean, 140 plus hitting the wicket. With Tiksana back in the side, they will be strong. They have to pick only one of all.
Yeah. Oh, 1 second.
हाँ भाई 10 ball हो गए अब तो need time.
So 8 of 9. His first 10 ball strike rate is just 80. Expected, some would say. By the way, this glorious TV behind us is suggesting you guys to download the cricket.com app because it is easy to navigate, absolutely easy to use. And not to forget that smooth interface. It is the best app for anything cricket. We'll keep taking your comments. Keep them coming through. Hopefully the audio, hopefully the aesthetics is getting better as these watchalongs go on. Don't ask us why, but look, we cover so much cricket at times. We move from one series to the other series super quickly. But speaking of super quickly, this innings has not been super quick. Just 19 of the first 3.5. How are you expecting the Lucknow batting lineup to take shape? So, is it going to be our favorite Deepak Hooda who walks in one down, or would you send in maybe, I don't know, Ayush Badoni,
Hooda has to be at
Stoinis?
Hooda 3, Pooran 4, Stoinis 5, Badoni 6, Kunal 7, and I mean it's interesting. I don't know how will they use their impact, sir.
But say Kyle Mayers gets out now, would you just send Pooran? So Pooran Rahul.
They might.
Like, oh, that's swatted away on the leg side. There is a fielder, and Rahul perishes. Rahul perishes. Honestly, Chetan Sakaria is elated. KL Rahul and their fans, his fans, I should say, must be dejected right now. I mean, it was a nothing shot. Was it just the pressure building up?
I think so, but I'm having serious doubts about the pitch. I mean, because we can blame.
Is tacky an understatement?
We'll know in due course.
What is the best word you can use to describe this?
Tagging का तो कोई मतलब नहीं होता ना tagging का spots है बीच में क्या?
No. What have you seen which has made you really raise eyebrows by the pitch?
See, I mean, the pitch has to be really bad for a team to be 19 after 4 overs.
Or have one batter who thinks like it's overrated.
But they can't have 2 batters like that, right? This is not a ODI.
Kyle's playing with KL. KL and Kyle. Thoughts on KL's weird thoughts in the pre-toss saying that he's clueless as the opposition weird take, I reckon. I mean, he says some weird things in terms of all those pre-match pressers and all that. Unfortunately, Gurkirat won't be there today. Sorry,
but it's not his fault, right? I mean, the last game that was played here, we saw 100 playing 100.
Correct.
Now, I mean, one can't be very confident about the behavior of the pitch if there are not enough games played on it.
Yeah.
So he was just being honest, and even I feel that no pitch. I mean, no matter how big an anchor a batter think he is, no one can be 19 after 4 overs.
That is true. Already food for thought. And Carl Mayers is, of course, going to be still out there. Who does come out to join him? We can give you some breaking news right now in terms of Punjab winning that contest, the afternoon contest. It is a confirmation coming in from Mohali by 7 runs, a slender 7-run win for the Kings. But nevertheless, they'll take the points. And Shikhar Dhawan back as captain in BPL team, and he's doing all right. So that's the result from Mohali. So right now, both the Western teams, it's fair to say, have got the points. Gujarat and Punjab. Who's more West here? Delhi, of course. Obviously, right? More northern.
Gujarat, of course. Gujarat is of
these two for sure. But yeah, who are the inclusions you're looking forward to see in Delhi? Because sometimes, I mean, Shubh has moaned all along in the previous week about Delhi, and rightly so. Even today, I know Pant's a big blow, but what is this pitch? Why is Mukesh looking like McGrath?
Brett Lee.
Oh, Brett Lee. I mean, do you think Delhi, the voids are there? I mean, obviously, the South Africans are not there, barring Riley Rousseau because he's not in international duty. But as Sarfaraz's keeper, does that sit well with you?
But they have no other alternate.
They should have really checked it out, in terms of options. They knew Pant was injured a while ago.
They've recruited Abhishek Porel, who's from Bengal, but he's hardly played cricket at this level.
So is he Sarfaraz an auxiliary keeper?
Unless and until they're planning to include Salt, there is no alternate.
Or do you think they just have to include Sarfaraz because he's doing good things and he's a liability in the field, so just make sure he can keep?
But the thing is, I mean, how will he keep when Kuldeep comes on? That's the biggest challenge. Kuldeep and Aksar, of course.
Yeah, especially in low, slow wickets like these. Imagine waiting a whole day to watch Kolkata play, skipping a gym, and then seeing the team lose because of rain.
So, Cricket, do you feel Kolkata would have won if there was no rain?
I think they could have.
I don't think so.
So think about it.
I really think Shardul Thakur would have unleashed that.
First ball 6,
यार. अरे ठीक है भाई, मतलब ऐसा नहीं है.
But you know the weird knack of Shardul, right? Every time the whole world writes him off.
That weird knack cannot be for 14 games. That weird knack has to be one.
No, I was just answering your question in terms of tonight. I think, it could be 2 run. No, he's just got that over middle of Kalmias, and they'll get 2. So far, Mukesh has done well in his first 10 balls of the biggest T20.
So Lucknow I think Lucknow has basically done a Punjab here, as in they've just fielded their best player.
Yeah, I mean they picked their best bowlers, I think.
Yeah, they've not given a. I mean, they obviously they'll still use an impact sub to get a bowler in.
True, but you look at their bowling options right now, the top of my head.
Yeah.
Wood, Unatkar, Bishnoi, Avesh, Stoinis, Krunal Pandya.
Yeah.
Deepak Hooda if need be. Kyle Mayers, that's 8. So basically, who doesn't bowl for them? KL because he keeps.
So this is where I feel they could have played an extra batter, Abhibi.
Oh yeah.
And probably could have subbed a batter for a bowler in the second innings. But
so basically, the 3 players who don't bowl for Gujarat, Lucknow in this lineup is KL himself, Puran, and Badoni. Everyone else bowls. Everyone else can bowl. Chapal Chor, good to see you, my friend. KL Rahul, even in his multiverse, cannot score runs. There's another one which was hinting about a KL Rahul comment. Shaunak, if you can just take that one, because it came from Tanmay Agarwal. So he goes on to say, would have liked KL to be at number 5 or somewhere in the middle if he sees his future in T20 internationals for India. Otherwise, I don't see him making it to the 11 as 2024 as an opener.
Of course. I mean, as an opener, though, I don't think he's even in the line of the top 4 openers at the moment.
Bro, but don't you think that's the same thing with Samson?
True.
Just to draw a parallel.
True, but Samson is anyway 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
He's not an opening contender. And right now, I don't think that opening spot is available.
True. So with KL knowing that at the back of his head, do you think he is still going to open for Lucknow regardless of his Indian position? Because in ODIs, obviously, he's a fixed number 5. He's fine with it. T20s,
I don't think in his head he feels that he is not in that India squad anymore.
Okay.
I feel he still feels that he has a chance as an opener.
Correct.
But I mean, it can't happen unless and until he just scores at 140 and still has an average of around 30-35.
Yeah, I mean, that was a question I think the boys were asking as well in terms of all the KL Rahul fans and that 2018 form that he showed. It was quite ridiculous. Shada, good evening to you. Good to see you as well. We'll take your comment in just a bit, but I will reflect for you right now the guest who's popping on. And we can also change the logo because I don't know why both the cricket.com logos are overlapping. Maybe it's just a little glitch and a bug. But we'll figure that out. Yeah, it's gone. It's just magic at times. Yeah, it's the first session, by the way. If you guys are joining us, day one, this Lucknow versus Delhi test match, riveting prospect.
Night test.
It's a night test. Let's, of course, get our man on in terms of the fantasy guru that he is, Crick Crazy Nicks, better known as Nikhil Popat. Yep, there we go. Nikhil, how are we this evening, my friend? We've made a little bit of alterations in the studio. I hope you like it for starters, let alone the rest of the viewers watching this.
Yeah, this is good to also play spot the difference in every watch-along. Let's see how many of them can get how many corners right. But yeah, it does look much better. Far better than the pitch. It is, so yeah, definitely much better.
So you agree, right? There has to be something wrong in the pitch क्योंकि केएल इतना भी बुरा नहीं खेले यार 5 ओवर में 20 रन तो ज्यादा हो गया यार.
Of course. मतलब ये एकाना में कुछ और ही पॉइंट कर सकते हो आप, उनकी रन बनने ही नहीं ऐसे. मतलब right, there's I can't fathom where the runs will come.
Yeah, one question. Although Ponting said that this impact player wala rule just takes out the role of all-rounders out of the game, but in my opinion, I mean, right now, of all the teams that I've seen, and this is the sixth team now we've seen in action, we can see in real time that how impactful this rule is for Delhi. Because they were already light on all-rounders and light on batting options. Because now they have Akshar Patel at 7, which is okay, but they have decent bowling lineup to get past this inning.
True.
But now they have an option to actually sub a bowler out to and include a batter.
And you're saying that because they have oh, he's put it down. Oh, have you seen a simpler drop go down, gents, ladies, boys and girls? Khalil Ahmed, better known as Khalil, and the former captains, Lada and Ponting.
That's a carbon Khalil Kamal drop.
Sakaria और Khalil दोनों उसकी टीम में थे और Myers नहीं था.
No, but super.
But how do you drop that?
It's a joke. It's honestly a joke.
ये मुझे अभी लग रहा है या in generally Khalil कोई बहुत special fielder नहीं है.
No, but you know, in his defense, guys, maybe it's a strategic drop. Look at how Kyle
नहीं भाई कोई इस pitch में
Kyle Mayers could hit a century and bat them out of the game.
Okay, super bowling still. I mean, the lines and lengths have also been done. Just going back to Som's question, but now how Delhi might use the impact player. Nix, I just want to hear your thoughts about this because it looks to me that Delhi lineup, especially because they'll be chasing tonight, they have 3 number 11s, 4 number 11s, Khalil, Sakaria,
so यही मैं बोल रहा हूँ. So because of this rule, they are able to play their best bowling line, which would not have been possible. You can't have these 4 playing together had not been for this rule. Because see, Lucknow are already playing their best level. They don't give a lot of damn about the impact player. It's only going to make them stronger. That's the other case.
Correct. But also in the toss scenario, if say Delhi was batting first, then what is...
तो फिर 11 वैसे decide करते हैं. Then they would have
changed it around. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Next, what do you think?
See, I think it devalues making a good team. Let's take the state example, Lucknow and Delhi. It's giving a team that is poorly constructed more chance of being in the game, which is not how it should be. So you are effectively saying that it's okay to make a horrible team. We'll make the rules in such a way that you can compensate for it via such gimmicks where you can even name fielding substitutes as overseas guys. I mean, it's okay. I understand you always had that rule. But then, as he said, what's the point of the auction then? You are literally allowed a team which is so handicapped. As he said, they wouldn't have played this 11 any day or any night because it's a night game. But it's just allowing that. So I see it will go away after a year. Very early call.
Okay. No, I understand those thoughts. What about the impact subs that we've seen so far? I know it's just a small sample size. Last night, we saw the forced one with Kane Williamson and Sai Sudarshan. Then we saw, of course, Chennai bring in Tushar Deshpande for Amity Raidu. Today, in the other match, in the afternoon match, we saw Rishi Dhawan come in.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, that was the dumbest
Which one?
Impact sub so far. I mean, why would you bring Rishi Dhawan? They had the option to bring a much better bowler, right? Bring anyone.
Who did they bowl Rishi Dhawan to? Two guys who love to hit medium pace. It is just Punjab thing, so I think I'll just excuse it as file it under punchings that only Punjab can do. See, I think in that sense, I can understand why it makes it better. That okay, you are trying to increase the quality, but in that effort, you are reducing the impact or compromise that teams are doing at the auction table. And I don't know how much of this was pre-planned. Did the teams know about it now, or like when did they come to know about the rules and all of that? Because you can easily swap. You can do whatever you want. Effectively, I think something that I and Gurkeet also discussed post the game, that if the pitch is like this, if there is clear condition that is favoring one side, I think we discussed with Som as well in the last watch along that you can't cover up for it. There is no way that how do you change this? Like a team is 31 for 1 after 6 overs. You can have 3-4 substitutes. It's not going to change the game.
Yeah.
If it is tough, it will remain tough. You just have to find a way.
So is it just a second innings thing then, guys? Invariably,
100%.
Yeah.
There was a lot of chatter about having phase bowlers, that someone will bowl in the power play and then be subbed out. That's like way too complicated for these coaches. इनको match up और basic data समझने में 10 साल लग
गए. 1 second is a long or back. It doesn't matter.
ले तेरा strategic drop देख.
Kyle Mayers. Oh, Kyle Mayers.
भाई Caribbean power में कोई strategic drop नहीं होता.
There is it. I have a question about Kyle Mayers, which I'll just come to this. Just finish up that impact player chat. Give me a situation, you and Nick, I'll put you on the spot here. If you had to use it in the first innings, tell me those bizarre situations. If a team's 100 overs after 7 overs, would you then try to get a new bowler in? Be like he's having a woeful day.
I think injuries can only make it happen.
First innings.
Yeah, if there is an injury and bowling quota complete करने के लिए भी नहीं है player, तो फिर हो सकता है.
Nick, any other bizarre reason you can think that teams might use the impact sub in the first innings?
Yeah, I think most naturally, and given what we see in this Bharat Premier League, it's more likely going to be injuries only, not because even if you're 100 for 0, like today Punjab were, at one point of time you still felt that they were a few short. They could have easily gotten 15-20 more, and again, God knows why they held back the biggest superstar in Bollywood in the ranks and sent everybody out. Uske baad tum hit lagao, but you've kept a guy for that role. You did not even give him enough balls. So I don't think teams will substitute so early unless there is something very crazy and they suddenly feel that, oh no, we could have done this. So then they get it.
Yeah. It's food for thought. That I was just going to ask you that question about Kyle Mayers. By the way, they're showing some cool new graphics of the broadcasters right now. Speaking of graphics, we've done some sort of work in terms of the studio, in terms of getting it a little bit more swankier. We're going to get better, I promise you that. Right now we've gone for books, but it could be jerseys and other merchandise soon. Mukesh, by the way, bowling his third over on the trot. Expensive first over. Oh, they're playing in Lucknow. I think that's gone to Mirzapur. Is it close by? I'm sure. I think it's close by.
I don't think so.
I can mention Mirzapur.
Of course.
Otherwise, Amazon will be like, what are you saying?
Yeah. Delhi will need, again, how apt, na? He sent it to Mirzapur and Khalil Bhaiya dropped it.
Good one, boy. Good one. But do you think Lucknow will take to the BPL now, isn't there fans? Because it's the first time, right, ever?
Yeah.
A game in
the first ever game in the Bharat Premier League.
Premier League. Okay, so Kyle Mayers, of course, trying to make up for his little slow start over here. I was going to ask you basically about Kyle Mayers, and do you liken him to any past Caribbean power that we've seen in the Premier League? In terms of the character that he is, I'm thinking he's more like a left-handed Kevon Cooper.
Yeah, Avnish का सही है सवाल पूछ कर खुद ही आंसर दे.
I'm just setting context.
Best कुछ करना ही नहीं पड़ता.
Left-handed Kevon Cooper.
Right-handed Westbrook Drake.
That's what they
say. Right-handed Westbrook Drake नहीं वो कौन था? Ian Bradshaw. Oh no. The dippy-doppy. Yeah, he's one of a kind. I mean, to be honest. See, all the pace bowling all-rounders West Indies had, most of them were right-handed.
Correct. Your Sammys, your Bravos, Russell Pollards,
Dwayne Smith.
Dwayne Brown. No, what's the other guy?
See, all the lefties, either they do not bowl, like Puran, Hetmeyer, Darren Bravo. Wowell Hinds.
No, Wavell Hands actually bowled.
Shiv Chandrapal.
He bowled like pretty much like medium pace again, for sure.
ठीक है यार.
Oh, by the way, Delhi's best player coming on to bowl right now.
MVP.
Yeah, Bapu. Bapu it is.
Right time to call a wicket alert.
Oh, nearly.
And it's
Oh,
okay.
he's played
Short
away
भाई,
before.
short ले.
It's okay.
That's on the carpet.
Strategy drop. अभी हार्दिक होता तो बोला तमाच है तुम्हारे चेहरे.
How do you think Shub's feeling right now, or Delhi fans right now in this moment in time?
गाली दे रहा होगा क्लीन को साइड में.
Kyle dropping Kyle. Who's going to come in next? No, it's Puran. No? Puran, not anyone else.
Poor run.
Oh, he swatted this over the leg side, over the man's head for 6.
Misjudged.
Akshar can't believe it. They cannot believe it. And do subscribe if you're watching right now. 56 for 1, 7.2. Lucknow. Absolutely shocking power play. They were 30 for 1 after 6. And they're trying to make amends of sorts, especially this man, Mayers, who little bit of fortune on the night getting dropped.
कितना भी फोड़े 2-3 मैच का तो ड्रॉप ही होना है.
For sure. Oh, good ball. Good ball there. But by the way, happy April Fool's to everyone. I hope like I can prank you guys at the end of the night.
पहले विश कर दो. अब क्या प्रैंक बचा?
No, I'll prank them. I know how to prank them. We'll figure that out. If you guys want to see a cool prank, check out what we did to our experts last year during the Bharat Premier League, which was fun because we got Swanee good. We got pretty much all the experts good. The only one who didn't buy shit was Graham Smith because he said, I know what you're talking about, mate, and all of that. So, okay, interesting then. Absolutely interesting. 42 of 25, 6 of 9 is good there. And Akshar's coming to bowl. I really want to see when and how they use Kuldeep because you mentioned the point. The fact that last year also they didn't give him his full quota of 4 overs at times, right? And he's your total gap man.
On this pitch, so they have to.
100%. So when do you bring him in next over? Akshar and Kuldeep in tandem. He could get a wicket here, Bapu. No, it isn't. No man's land.
No man's land.
Oh, and the gateway of India. Gadda, as they say. Rahmanpur. There was a heated conversation between Shubh and Som actually when we were doing the Delhi 11. And
Heated?
Yeah, it was quite heated. In the sense he was backing Russo and you were backing Powell. Right?
He wanted Russo to bat at 4 or something. And he wanted March to bat at 6.
And he wanted Phil Salt.
He did not want Phil Salt.
Oh, pitching outside leg. For sure. Akshar, desperate appeal there. Yeah, pitching outside leg. Shrikar Bal's got to Gujarat, right?
Yeah.
He would have actually been a really good resource to hold on.
But he was in Delhi.
Released him. And he had that famous win for Bangalore against Delhi, where I think Avesh Khan laughed at him. Oh, they're taking the timeout. But they are taking the timeout. So 60 for 1 as it stands, 8 overs. Let us know your predictions. Speaking of predictions, we're going to put a brand new video out tomorrow about all the IPL predictions that we've conjured up at the cricket.com headquarters. You can hear from the boys in terms of their top 4 picks, orange cap, all of that. By the way, what are your thoughts about these ads? Because you're looking at it like, oh, you haven't seen the second part, have you?
No.
You've only seen the first part, yeah. I think it's just a theme which carries on. Nix, what are your thoughts about ads this time around? Because I think Saurabh Pant also spoke about it. Some really strange ads which come to the fore. This time they've taken 3 idiots from the Bollywood scene and 3 idiots from the cricket scene.
Yeah, there's still some of the better ones though. Others just assume that people are dumb, but that doesn't do that. So.
Oh, by the way, that's a good question from Greg. It really didn't cross my mind with this impact. So how does it work?
Nikhil will be able to.
Nikhil, can you tell us how it works in terms of the fantasy cricket scene?
So it definitely spoils a lot of your combinations because you will never know who is going to turn up. Where it does benefit at times is if you're playing second innings fantasy. Because in first innings, it's not going to be possible for you to predict, given the kind of, can't say brains, but given the kind of tactics that we see in the Bharat Premier League, not easy to directly say that, okay, this will sub out. But even yesterday, you'd know that Sai would come in. You knew that Tushar would come in, but you would never guess who for. I mean, today, Anukul Roy did not bowl. He batted at 3. And so you felt that you assumed that Venki would come in and then open and Mandip may not open. But again, so those things you can't control, so you leave them out because it's the same for everyone. So you have to take a very big risk in that sense to have him in your full game 11. But in second innings, you can always do that because you can still guess that okay. And by the time of the second inning starts, today we knew that Rishidan was going to bowl. Though you knew that it may not always work out if they don't bowl him at the right place, but that's the only way that you can use it in fantasy because otherwise it was already a bit of more luck than skill. This just makes it more luck than skill.
Mm, mm. Yeah, it just makes you think all the more about picking your fantasy cricket teams. Speaking of which, you guys can check out the Fantasy Research Center on cricket.com. Abhinav Gupta, good to see you. Was Venki's usage as an impact player justified or not finding his place in the first 11 over likes of Anukul Roy? Because he did, of course, I think he ended up scoring 34 and he kept Kolkata in the chase. Where do you stand on him generally? And then you can take this question.
Slightly strange tactics from Kolkata. I mean, one could have guessed that he would be their back sub because they were a batter light in the batting lineup. I think Shardul Thakur was listed at number 6.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I mean, picking Anukul Roy over him. Now the thing with Kolkata is everyone knows that it's a team who will struggle against high pace.
Yeah.
So maybe they would have seen something in Anukul Roy and they want to give him a longer run at 3. Maybe he's done really well against some high pace bowling in their own setup. But उन्होंने सऊदी को खिला के फिर उससे उसके हिसाब से जज किया तो फिर थोड़ा गलत हो जाएगा. But ठीक है. But I mean, I don't understand their fascination with Tim Saudi, dude. I mean, Nikhil, do you have an? I know. I think they Ferguson. I'm assuming Ferguson was injured because there is no explanation of picking him.
Yeah, I think the coach said that he was not fit for the game, and which is why they played who they did.
But still, would you pick Saudi or is there better options
No.
that they can manage there? No one, right?
No, I would not pick Saudi. I would play David Wiesel. Saudi at times you play New Zealand because you don't have options because they also give seniority more preference.
Yeah.
But they could have easily used David Wiesel today.
Yeah, that's the thing. Oh, by the way, Kuldeep's first over might be a wicket. No, it isn't. It's 6 just. It was a great attempt by Chetan Sakaria over there
50.
in terms of the deep brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I want to see the innings breakdown at Kyle Mayers at least after the first 15 balls.
अभी ये 2 ओवर देखने के बाद तो ऐसा लग रहा है कि playing pace on this wicket is difficult and spin is slightly easier.
Yeah, it's slightly easier.
Yeah, but is that due? Because one was using the towel to wipe the ball, and that could be crazy if it's a slow again, there is due already.
Yep, for sure. I'm just trying to calculate how much he's hit in the last 15 balls. I think it's above 40 that Kyle Mayers has managed to score. And he'll also tell you just in a bit how much he was on when he was dropped. I think he was about 18 at the time.
Our man Anirudh might have a few good stats for us. So maybe Anirudh, if you want to pop in now and
for sure.
Feed us some information, now will be a good time.
And Shubh and the other Anirudh as well, if you can add those boys on whenever.
Shubh will join us here.
Oh, Shubh will join us here. Yeah. Sorry, not Shubh. Anirudh Suresh, the other Anirudh. So we'll keep swapping between the two Anirudhs. But yeah, Crick Nerd, honestly, we were listening to other languages yesterday, Bhojpuri, I think there was Bangla, there was Kannada, Punjabi. Why Hindi commentary?
Bhojpuri has just has gone viral.
So this is the drop catch that they dropped of the catch they dropped. Sorry, not the drop catch.
Khalil Bhaiya.
Khalil.
Oh.
But what made you pick Kuldeep as a purple cap?
That
because of the Ekana surfaces.
Oh,
sorry, they're playing at Kotla.
But just that gut feeling. I wanted to see. It's always a safe bet to pick a pacer because pacers end up getting cheap wickets.
Why? If you look at the last 5 years,
Chahal, Harshal.
Chahal is the only spinner.
Bhuvi मैंने 2-3 बार लिया है.
Yeah.
Tai ने एक बार लिया है. Bravo ने 2-3 बार लिया है. Then RP Singh once. And Sohail Tanvi. Usually pacers who bowl at the death.
So they only
Rabada.
So the only 3 purple cap holders with spinners to my mind is Chahal, Oja, and Imran Tahir.
Yeah.
No one else? Really? Surely someone else. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Next, can you think of anyone else?
No, I mean, it doesn't come naturally as of now that if we missed out on any one of them.
Yeah, it's just 3. Okay, let's get them on in terms of the stats man. Is it him that we're going to get on first? Because he will have some nuggets to tell us. Yep, stats man Ani. Nice to see you, my friend.
Yep.
How are we this evening? And what has caught eye in terms of all the numbers so far?
This match or like?
1 second, sorry, Ani, because Kyle Mayers is still going boom, boom, boom. 86 for 1 right now. And Mayers, I mean, these guys basically just cracked a joke and saying no strategic drop because he can make you pay, and he could end up throwing up.
that can't even be called as a strategic top. that was like something else. I don't know what happened over there with Khalil.
How much was he at the time? Was he 15 or 18?
He was 1 second. I'll just let you know.
So they've got
He was on 14.
14 balls from spinners.
And he was on 14.
Yeah.
So he's got 43. Make that more. But there is, of course, a longer boundary straighter. It doesn't matter.
One side it's small, one side it's long.
It seemed it was not going to kind of carry, but it's one of those KL Rahul 6s where it's just like mar ke jawing and just about. Well, he said that. He said that.
हाँ अनिरुद्ध भाई बताओ तो काइल मेयर्स बताने नहीं दे रहा स्टार्ट से छक्के पे छक्के मार
मैं समझ गया एक्चुअली मैंने अभी एक पुट आउट अ स्टैट ऑन अक्षर पटेल मतलब उनका लेफ्ट हैंडर्स के खिलाफ मतलब इट हैज बीन वेरी वेवर्ड सो सिंस इन 2020 उसका इकोनॉमी अगेंस्ट लेफ्ट हैंडर्स आई मीन in 10.5 overs 1 wicket average 79 or economy 7.3 and but in 2021 9.1 overs 6 wickets average 10.5 economy 6.9 but again in 2022 13 overs 1 wicket 111 average and economy of 9.7 it's never been okay I am over there or I'm over here it's been like in the middle तो वो एक है एंड जो बोलते हैं लाइक मिस्टर आईपीएल एक्चुअली केएल राहुल का एंड सिंस 2018 दिल्ली इज द ओनली टीम अगेंस्ट हु वेयर ही एवरेजेस लेस देन 40 उसका 30.7 कुछ है 13 इनिंग्स में
because they've always had left arm seem to bother him very early.
हाँ हो सकता है शायद मतलब इवन who else basically
Delhi boys do well in Karnataka, but Karnataka boys don't do well in Delhi.
Yeah, exactly. That is the way.
Oregon. Oh, this is the third part of the match. Amir Khan to Rohit Sharma now, and Cotton whole chance goes begging. Who's begging? Ani's wondering what the hell's happening.
Yeah, Anirudh, anything good from the previous game?
So Umesh Yadav, when he picked up his wicket, so Umesh Yadav went past Dwayne Bravo's tally of 33 wickets against Mumbai. So now Umesh has 34, which is the most against an opponent in IPL. So even and next again when Sunil Narine picked up his last over wicket, he's now equal with Dwayne Bravo for 33.
I'm so sorry, stats man. Because every time it seems like you're saying a nugget of information. Kyle Mayers is just pumping sixes for fun.
And this guy will be dropped after 2 games, of course.
No, he can't be dropped now.
He will be, can't
He will be dropped. Where will you fit in Quinton de Kock then?
फिर bowling कौन करेगा?
Bro, yes, if he gets 100,
तो
then
even Lewis played few good games last time around, but बाद में drop होना पड़ा था.
Wow. Crick nerd goes on to say,
yeah, by working so hard, you're gonna get dropped in the next game.
Oh God. What if he scores a 140?
कुछ भी हो, de Kock has to play.
Oh, de Kock also has a 140 last time.
They will play de Kock, मतलब option नहीं. या तो फिर ये कि they'll drop Stoinis, but that can't. I mean, actually they can
drop Marsh.
Yeah, see, listen.
Drop Marsh.
Actually, they can drop Stoinis and play
Mayers.
Mayers if it comes to that, right? Even Mayers can bowl some overs.
I think so.
Yeah. Far more valuable than Stoinis, any which ways. Can play spin better, can bowl, and decent fielder also. So
But
Not much news.
Nikhil, the thing is, Stoinis is since 2021. Actually, he has been good against spin.
Yeah, but then the thing
People,
is, even last year they did not give him enough time out in the
ah,
middle. So
yeah.
in that case, you would rather use a Kyle Mayers than a Marcus Stoinis.
Yeah. I mean, like it totally depends on what kind of surface they're giving in Lucknow also. I mean, everybody thought like, okay, fine, it would be a bowling friendly one, but not for pacers. We thought it would be for spinners, but that has gone completely the opposite way now.
Yep. Let's see. So, thanks, Anirudh, for all your numbers. We will definitely see you soon.
And just one more thing. Raza today scored 16, picked up 1 wicket, and took 3 catches. So he's the only player to hit 15 runs in a match, take 1 wicket, and take 3 catches.
What is the history of the
Stat
BPL?
padding. Stat padding.
Yeah,
Proper stat padding. Is that a wicket?
oh,
Proper stat wedding.
Yeah,
oh,
that is a wicket.
he's gone.
Longer
Yeah.
boundary.
And
Yeah.
Stone's
And didn't time it also.
winning the purple cap is gathering steam right now. Garnering steam.
Gatherings.
Yeah, gathering steam. Garnering, I was going to say gathering.
Do we have other Anirudh waiting in the wings?
The other Anirudh? No, I'll tell you why he might not have been popped on because his Arsenal game going on.
Oh, you would have forgotten.
He would have forgotten. I think he's going to join us in a
Dump kar
bit.
diya humko, dump.
98 for 2, by the way. And what a whirlwind of the last 4.4 overs it's been because remember, they were 30 for 1 after 6 overs. Now they're 98 for 2 Lucknow after 11 overs and it's not even been completed. So Kyle Mayer's absolutely going into 5th gear, 6th gear, call it what you want, but berserk mode.
10th gear.
10th gear, Warner holding on to that. Now who will they send? Will they send Purin? Or will they send another right-hander and Stoinis?
They have a left-arm spinner who's already struggling. I don't think they have an off spinner. And Puran anyways doesn't care. So
Yeah.
send him.
Okay.
Just bat them out of the game. This already looks enough. If there's no, even if there's due and you think it'll get better to bat, Lucknow have enough options with the ball.
Yeah.
And Delhi, we know, are very top heavy.
We'll take this comment from Hemant, which goes on to say, MST in 2011, fielding standards are degrading. Old players have to make way for youngsters. Also, MST playing at the age of 42. Perhaps D stands for double standards in MST.
Yeah, but he's still very fit, so that logic itself doesn't hold.
Yeah, and plus it's Dhoni, bro.
Even I was critical of his
No.
keeping last game,
Yeah.
but then I realized that he was playing
injured.
with a injured knee.
Oh, yeah. And a half injured Dhoni also can keep better.
But actually, to be honest, I mean, if we put the injury factor aside, Saha outbatted and outkept him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 1 second. They've sent Krunal in. 2 down, boys. What's happening here? Both lefties. Surely Purin.
Not bad.
Surely
I actually
Stoinis.
want them to open with Krunal and play both Wood and Naveen Haq at some point of time.
Okay, but
Well, they'll need bowling.
no, I agree. But what's the thinking to send Krunal here? Is it an aggressor to complement another aggressor? Will Krunal play the anchor
Let's
role?
see.
What's your best bet?
I don't think anchoring करने तो नहीं आया है भाई वो अभी. He's come here to just have a go.
Have a go. 100 for 2. Meanwhile, Lucknow get up there 100. So we're not going to see a low scoring affair. Thank God for that. South Africa, by the way, got spat by West Indies with Mayers there, and now De Kock's place is also threatened in the BPL too, says Abhinav. Yep.
I mean, but this was a very beautiful shot to not be.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Yeah.
It was one of those.
What if he gets out now, Kyle? Yeah, he did.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Here he is, the predictor that cricket crazy mixes. He always calls it. Oh, how is
ऐसे
he
भाई
doing? How
अच्छा
is he doing?
complete तो करो अब out हो गया तो अब क्या करेंगे पूरन भेजेंगे.
Good. But I think he was always going to keep them tight, and Kyle just got it wrong. I think first time they've used the right length versus him.
No, that is true. But do you rate this knock so far the best one of the IPL or Gills?
So far, good.
Oh, sorry,
Gaikwad
Gaikwad.
is way ahead.
Gaikwad.
Knocked up,
What a
भाई.
knock.
Yeah. And I may have a bias, but I feel after a drop catch, anybody can score.
Yeah.
People have scored centuries in the World Cup, 5 of them.
I'll tell you what, Nick, he's
But
got 59
what do you think about after a missed run out? Some might say.
Any which ways.
Cheeky.
Any which ways. As long as it was not clear or ke haath mein tha and then you did not disturb the bails, then I'll count it as a clear chance. But again, of course, just kidding. It doesn't matter to the batter. But I think it is even more crazy that you drop such people who can take the game away from you so quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, even if Lucknow collapse from here, they might still have enough on the deck because we know how the deck started.
Yeah.
It was only because Myers hit that they started to bowl very quick, and he made them pay more by hitting those sixes. So, and there is enough time left, like 9 overs left for them to just consolidate on this platform from him.
Do Delhi have an off spinner in their squad?
Lalit Yadav.
Lalit
Well,
Yadav.
but like not an out and out specialist spinner, right? I mean, who are the specialist off spinners these days anyway?
Oh, they've seen Stoinis, of course.
They have since
Nice.
the Stoinis and Kunal. So they're holding
Yeah.
Pooling back, Marsh back.
अबे
Marsh?
No,
मार्च तो इधर है
Marsh.
दिल्ली में शुभ बोलेगा मार्च भी ले लो हमसे इस तो ले ही लिया है
So Pooling, they have who else? Who else do they have to come?
बदोनी
Badoni as well. Badoni.
बैटिंग तो है भाई and by the way a Punjab fan is waiting for us to join.
Hey!
Does he put it down, little Sarfu? Has he put it down?
Don't think so.
Because the
No,
reaction of Slip tells me that he might.
Turn too much. So maybe
Yeah.
let's get Anirudh to the stream as well. We'll
Yeah.
get his thoughts. His team is off to a good start. And this is Anirudh S, by the way.
Yeah, not Anirudh K.
We have two Anirudhs, S and K.
Yeah.
Here we
Yes.
go. Here we go. So basically, what Anirudh has done, he's in the next room and he's done some really good jugaad in terms of keeping his Arsenal game on and then this game on because he has to fight about it. So it's
Not
always.
really. I don't have the Arsenal match on. I am just watching the Delhi match, and I have to say, unfortunately, I'm behind because I'm watching on Geo Cinema. So my reactions will be delayed, I guess.
Yeah, but what are your thoughts about the Punjab victory?
Happy with the points.
I mean, it's like 2 points, but the kind of performance that they showed towards the last 7-8 overs was like terrible. So I think I wouldn't have been surprised if KKR went on to win after, had it not rained, maybe KKR would have, gone on and won the match. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, it's a shocking performance from Sam Curran in particular. Very disappointed. I mean, I was telling you guys outside this thing, right? I'm not sure what was worse, his performance or his haircut. Sam Curran. It's
So you
tough
mean
to see.
Kolkata King Rovers?
Kolkata King Rovers. I think.
You can call
I
it
don't know.
anything.
I mean, I don't want to even say something out loud by mistake. I just stick to
Kolkata
Punjab.
Koala Bears.
What is this ad? I mean, they have a milk
Case
bottle
of
and a guava falls out of that bottle's ass.
It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. I'll tell you another ad which I saw with the ass reference. Meanwhile, the last 5 overs, it's been a whirlwind, 2 wickets at 55 runs. Why not drop Mark Wood? Anyways, he'd be injured after the first.
पर जगमीत भाई खिलाएंगे किसको bowling कौन करेगा ऐसा है ना बैटिंग नहीं करनी होती सिर्फ bowling भी
Who else do they have? They have Danny Sams, bro. They have Daniel Sams.
भाई तुम लोग डैनियल सैम्स तुम शुभ तो ऐसे बोलते हो जैसे डैनियल सैम्स चविंडा वास है कोई मतलब बिल्कुल maybe Anirudh also
You like
probably
Sams, right?
you
You're
would be
also fan.
rating Daniel Sams
I don't. No, I don't rate Daniel Sams at all. Sorry, I'm very sorry.
who rates him really high
Bro, I'm saying who are the other overseas? They don't have Shamira anymore, right?
They have Naveen. They have Naveen ul Haq, right? They have Naveen ul Haq.
Yeah, but he's, I mean, really, guys, come on.
So
Really, Naveen. Really. If Pooran was not brought on such huge money, I would have dropped him. QDK will keep once he's back anyways.
अरे तो भाई पहले पूरन की देख तो लो बैटिंग बिना खिलाए ड्रॉप कर रहे हैं
So, Pooran's definitely keeping, I don't care.
I want KL to keep of course because he has to keep for India.
I think that too, it's an ODI World Cup.
I'm grateful that like Myers played that knock and also Aksar bowled so poorly for the first couple of overs because at one point I was afraid that we would get 99 for Ryan in 20 overs. Like what happened in that New Zealand India match, same ground, same surface. You never know, right? So just thankful that
Oh, brilliant shot. Stoin is down the ground for 6.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
Yeah, you'll wait. It's why we did this sort of punt as well, Anira. The fact that he was watching on Geo, so he was 10 seconds late. So we were obviously kind of seeing his delayed reactions. Abbas Kunde, meanwhile, going on to say Chris Lynn 2021 equals Carl Mayers 2023. It's just been one game, but let's see. Let's see how it goes.
What did Chris Lynn played the first match I remember for Mumbai in 2021? I think it was against RCB, if I'm not wrong. I'm sorry, Bangalore, if I'm not wrong. Bangalore.
The Bangalore Bagpipers. By the way, Cricket goes on to say, is it Delhi versus Lucknow or Lucknow versus England? Because he's referring them to. It actually looks like the England World Cup jersey, right?
It does.
Is there any England cricketer playing for Delhi?
Salt, not in the 11, but in the squad.
As he's being known around Delhi, Namak Padam is in the opposition fans. Daniel Sams wins a trophy, man, for the best B and P player.
What is BNP?
Yes.
Bits and pieces.
Yes.
Come on.
It's a term that Mr. Manjrekar.
So I'm curious. So, do you guys think in T20 cricket, Aksar is a bits and pieces player genuinely? Does he get into any side as a specialist batter or a specialist bowler, or is he just a
in the world? It definitely was that is how he was used. He was averaging around 7-8 balls per match with the bat, and he was averaging only 2 overs per game.
True, but they picked him over Chahal. Essentially,
and he was a replacement for Jadeja.
So I think in terms of T20s, dude, no chance. I think he can do.
So I don't think he has to be a bits and pieces player. He is made into a bits and pieces player by the team that he plays in. I mean, in this Delhi team, because they have Russo today, then it's fine. But when Nokia comes in, that's going to be a different headache because they can't just not have him and play all these batters. So that is when I feel that they can use Aksar better by having him bat at 4-5.
Yeah. Would you take Aksar, Anirudh, at Delhi? Punjab?
At one point, he was Punjab's best player. I mean, for multiple seasons. So
he was the only player who was retained as well.
Yeah.
And I think he's definitely an upgrade on Harpreet Brar. I mean, without question. So right now, I think he would definitely make the Punjab side a lot stronger than what it is. And we need to talk about how brilliantly Punjab used their impact player today, bringing in Rishi Dhawan.
You're being sarcastic, right?
Of course.
No, he is.
I mean,
if you have an option to bring an out and out bowler, why would?
But who were the other options that they had, Anirudh?
Look, I think, I don't know. Apparently, Vidwat Kavirappa was not even in the substitutes list, and I'm not sure why. Not sure if he's injured or not, but I mean, they did have options. I think there's Baltej Singh as well. Just bring in any specialist bowler. That's all you need to do. Why do you? And okay, if you bring in Rishi Dhawan, cool. Then bowl him in the power play. Give him 2 overs up front. Why are you bowling Sam Curran twice in the power play and then giving 2 overs to? I think Arshdeep bowled a couple of, which I can understand, but I can't get why Sam Curran bowled 2 overs in the power play. It is just a bit baffling, to be honest. But
I think that was the point that Nix was mentioning as well, where he was just fine, bring Rishi Dhawan on, but even if you had to, don't make him bowl those 2 batters in particular. But that's exactly what ensued. I mean, which impact sub has actually made the most sense so far? The 4-6 that we've seen.
So, obviously, the forced change is probably the Gujarat one, Sai Sudarshan instead of Williamson. I think that actually was a very impactful 20 odd he scored, I think. But yeah, that's a forced change, so you can't call it a masterstroke or whatever.
Yeah.
What happened in the Kolkata match?
Venki was a decent one.
Yeah, Venkatesh Iyer.
I mean, you knew that he would come in. You just did not know who he'll come in for.
Let's see.
And I just hope Bandip scores. I mean,
let's see what happens tonight because there are some fascinating plots that we can see today.
Like
Lucknow have so many options.
Yeah, I mean, will they bring Amit Mishra?
All of that.
Yeah,
Yes, Thakur.
will we get a pacer or a spinner? And similarly, the batter that Delhi chooses. Because, they'll have to choose a batter.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Delhi can replace one of the 4 number 11s they have with probably, I don't know. But who's there? Manish Pandey.
Yeah, it will be Manish Pandey only.
And sub, I guess. Is he? I don't think
He's in the sub.
He's in the sub.
Abhishek Puran, Manish Pandey.
Abhishek Puran, Yeah, I mean,
I'd pick Manish Pandey.
Lalit Yadav is there.
Yeah, I think they'll pick Manish Pandey
Yeah, Manish Pandey
because they
it is
have.
logical.
I mean, they have Shaw and Warner, but then you have Marsh and Russo, and this is not the deck for them, to be very, very honest. Given how
No,
it started.
correct. That just makes a story within a story. Imagine picking Manish as a sub today against his former team,
but guys,
against his former
what about,
captain.
what about this? So Mukesh Kumar has bowled 3 overs.
Yeah.
At this point of time, if Stoinis is out and Puran walks in next, can they actually sub Mukesh Kumar out and bring in Lalit Yadav?
And then what for those 2 overs?
I mean, he can bowl his off spins.
Yeah, he can bowl, but I think the problem is they need the batter more than the bowler here. And I don't think, like, with due respect to Puran, he can score a 200 if he wants to, but not worth taking that risk of just getting a bowler for this innings as opposed to, and because it's also the score. So say it was 50 for 3 or 40 for 3 or like 40 for 6, you know you don't need the batting, then you could get the extra bowler. So when you ask Avnish, maybe this is the only use case where if a team is 40 for 6 and you have a very good seamer left who's not bowled yet and you feel that we will not need the batting, get that seamer on, close the innings out.
Yeah, I could actually envisage Bangalore doing something like that. Maybe 40 for 5, everyone's back in the shed and they'll get like another batter or something like that.
That's out.
Oh, he's done.
Stoinis is out.
Kulil.
Sub, bring Lalit Yadav in. Do it.
Kulil.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the list. There is no Yashdul there, guys, by the way. So,
there isn't. So
there's Manish Pandey, there's Praveen Dubey, who definitely doesn't make sense now. Abhishek Porel, of course, I mean, he's played like 3 T20 games in his career.
He's a keeper.
He's a keeper. Aman Hakim Khan. Now,
he's
an all-rounder.
Anirudh's player.
So that's one option. Lalit Yadav, Manish Pandey, 3 options.
So wait, I have a question. Lucknow, do you think they're kind of confused as to how to properly use Stoinis and Puran and where do they bat them? I mean, the problem with having a batting lineup like this is that you need to properly nail the batting positions of each player, right? I mean, England are one of the few sides that have managed to do it at the international level. They know who to send in when and all that. But we saw last season as well, Lucknow struggled massively. Even though they had all the resources in the world, you saw Stoinis batting at number 8 in one match. All sorts of, like that kind of confusion happening. And even now, I feel like they've got it wrong. I think they should have sent in Krunal Pandya, Puran when Krunal Pandya walked in. I think that was the ideal. 7 to 15 was Puran's phase, and that's kind of missed opportunity. So yeah, I mean, again, it's Lucknow. It feels like they are their biggest, toughest opponents for them. Again, for the second season in a row. If Lucknow,
this usually happens with every team which are spoiled for choice.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, if you're selecting an India squad as well, which we are not, we won't during this Bharat.
Please don't.
That is the biggest headache that everyone faces. Now, here's my theory about Nicholas Puran. So one of the criticisms that I have about him is he is a six or nothing sort of a player. He never thinks of 4 as an option. So he plays at high risk cricket. So for someone who already plays at high risk cricket, I feel is better suited later in the innings and not in that crucial middle phase
3, 4, 5,
where you are getting out just in an attempt to hit 6s.
So is that what they've kind of seen as well?
Maybe. So that's where I feel it's not bad, and there's no harm in trying Krunal, the batter, slightly higher up the order. Today, it has not worked so far because he sucked the momentum of the innings.
But also the fact that Lucknow, one of these teams, if you look at their batting lineup on paper, they have that even distribution of righties and lefties.
Yeah.
Where other teams don't.
But even from Badoni's perspective, right? I mean, I don't think he's a number 7.
Yeah, Badoni, that's touched it. But he batted last time as well.
If I'm not wrong, Badoni was dropped towards the end of last season as well. I think his scores started drying up after a point. So there's no guarantee that he will succeed at number 7. I mean, it's big shoes to fill for any uncapped Indian batter who's 22, 23 years of age to be batting number 7 in a T20 match.
I also think Badoni is just the perfect impact sub player to replace, right? From a Lucknow perspective, because he's not good at bowl. Him,
Yeah,
Rahul,
if you look at this shot now from Pooran, okay, it has gotten him a boundary. But I'm pretty sure had there been a short fine leg, he would have played the same shot. And would have been now and probably unlucky, caught down the leg or nothing ball. He was trying it. I mean, whatever.
Leg side strangle hold. Oh, he's gone for 6. Som.
Yeah. I actually think the complete opposite of what Som thought there.
Okay.
I felt in the last 5, you're anyways going to go for hell for leather. It doesn't matter if you come off or if you don't. But if you come off in the middle overs, you're putting the team in a position where they already have the par score. So I feel it is better to use such players there. And I'm not expecting consistent runs from Pooran. All I want from him is you're going there, take on your right matchup. You hit as many sixes as you want. I don't care. But don't take a risk against your positive match. You have to go against the bowler that you are better suited to. Do that. And if we have 160 out of 15 overs, I'm fine because in the last 5, you can throw your bats at anything. You will still end up with an over par score. And I think many people go the traditional way that will take till the 15th and then go from there. But then, which is why I felt Krunal Pandya coming there was more risky because you were asking him to pace his innings. He hasn't been in that rhythm as a batter as well. I would rather have Krunal play very freely and not worry about getting out, and Pooran do that job, because in that way you are giving Pooran the responsibility that do this tougher job for us. This is a tougher job for you to do. Do this. Let's have Krunal later.
Yeah.
And because I think just to add to the point that Anirudh made about using Stoinis, I think this is where they missed out last year also.
But I see this Lucknow batting lineup, and it just feels that they have a bunch of players, a bunch of individuals, but none of these individuals know what their best batting position is, or it's all just top order batters. Because like Stoinis, again, last season he was wasted. This season you're batting him at number 5 today. It's a very questionable call. I'm not sure. Again, Deepak Huda, let's not forget that Deepak Huda so far till now has had just one good season under his belt. He's not someone who has been a consistent performer for multiple seasons and is a veteran performer or whatever. He's also just had one good season under his belt. So who knows what's Deepak Huda's best position? Then again, you have Puran, Badoni, Krunal. Krunal, you think he's a floater, which he is probably, but then
no. But to be fair, all of them are floaters, right? Oh, was that a stopping opportunity?
Exactly. So you see the problem, right? When you have a bunch of floaters, you need at least a couple of players who know their role properly. As in, okay, Pollard at 6 is going to be a finisher. Who's Raina at 3 Raina is going to be a number 3. Like clarity helps. I just see this Lucknow team and I see a lot of opportunity for disaster. So, they could implode anytime. I think just the way they're set up, just how random everything is. I think we could see many instances where Lucknow will just implode or collapse. Let's see. I mean, I might be wrong, but I just get the feel that again, even if they finish first or second, I think they will eventually find a match where they'll just falter.
See, the point is, what if they just stick to this sort of batting line of the entire season? Last time they experimented, but I mean, who's to guess that this season they'll just not stick with this? Puran at 6, Stoinis at 5, and Krunal at 4, so on and so forth.
I mean, do you think in that regard, then they're actually title contenders, like people are dubbing them at? I mean, you also kind of give them a fair shout, right? Are you saying that on the basis of batting depth and bowling options?
For me, they are. I just feel that somehow they have to figure out a way to have both Mahmood and Naveen-ul-Haq in the 11, because that will tighten up their bowling.
Okay.
And that is where Krunal the batter is very important, because if he's clicking, they can maybe think about dropping one of the overseas batter and playing an overseas bowler instead.
Yeah, I mean, you look at all the other 9 teams apart from Lucknow, they don't have the bowling depth and batting depth choices that Lucknow does. 8 options of the ball. They bat all the way to like 9, I think, pretty much. So
do they?
The only people who can't bat is Avesh Bishnoi. Okay, Mark Wood. Yeah, okay, fine. They battle late, pretty much.
But can't Markwood just toink a few?
He can. I mean, he's like a shami, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean,
And Unadkat can bat at least at the red ball level. I mean, I don't know. Have you seen him?
There was one match, I think, between Rajasthan and Delhi where Unadkat just cut loose, and I think it was that match where Miller hit. Who was it? Could have been, I don't know. There was Chris Morris, there was David Miller, and someone was bowling. I think might have been Sakaria, if I'm not wrong, or Tom Curran. I'm not sure, but
you are one of those. In respect, by the way, good to see you in the
Tom Curran
comments.
was it time. Tom Curran.
Epic Bhojpuri commentary. Puran Bhaiya, birthday. Churan Khan. Ridiculous. I mean, some of the
Bhojpuri commentary, they just have a liberty to just say whatever they want.
Please tell me which team is leading the fancy jersey contest. Whose jerseys, if you like?
Fancy is it a good
yeah,
one?
this is a fancy jersey. This is a fancy.
That's
jersey.
a flimsy jersey.
That's a flimsy. But hey, it's a fancy company. What is that company? I can't see it quite clearly. Oh, it's out. It's
Show
out.
us your
It's
crest.
cricket.com. It's cricket.com. Show us your crest. Okay, look, again, you guys might think I'm biased here, but honestly, Bangalore's jersey is dangerous.
Yeah, I think when it comes to jerseys in the Bharat Premier League, let's just talk about who among the other 9 have the best jersey, because Kolkata always has they clearly the best jersey.
What?
And Avnish, we are 3-0 up, fella. We are 3-0 up.
Are you serious?
Yep.
But I want them to go back to that black and golden, because that black and golden jersey is the GOAT Bharat Premier League jersey.
Which is the 2008 one? Or 2009?
Nokia black gold. Yeah.
But they have the Star Plus one.
No jersey could ever match that 2009 jersey that they had. Golden helmet, proper. I don't think teams have even come close to that. I don't know why there are so many less black.
We should just discuss the other 9 mein kaun si jersey hai. And for me, the second jersey would be Chennai jersey, just because it's very relatable. Other jerseys have chopped and changed so much. Even Mumbai have tinkered with their color a lot.
Yeah.
At least Chennai, they have like consistent captain hai, consistent coach hai, consistent jersey hai.
I mean, last year they.
मतलब वो सरकारी नौकरी है चेन्नई. Consistency hai.
What about we were speaking off camera, right? Why are there no green jerseys barring?
Of course, we don't even need to go there. It's
but
like
is it that obvious?
Obviously.
Really?
Everyone is trying a shade of blue. Shade card लेके बैठे हैं ऐसे blue का ये ले लो, ये तुम ये ले लो, ये ले लिया किसी ने हाँ चलो अपन दूसरा वाला ले लो एक color कम कर दो.
The closest we've come with green is Lucknow's last year, and of course Bangalore.
Not green. I mean, the Bangalore Green Day is the only
proper one.
Yeah.
I mean, all these guys are stylists.
अरे fluorescent green is Sydney Thunder वाला green ले लो यार चलेगा.
No, I'm seeing someone with the Melbourne Stars वाला green.
वो तो क्यों लेगा?
You don't like that color?
भाई boycott हो जाएगी ना team. अब ये सब मत बोलो तुम like पे.
Might be Patan. Pratish, who will win this contest in this match?
Is this match? इस match में कोई पैसा खेल?
Mark
Wood
for sure.
अरे Mark Wood, Umran Malik,
Mark Wood.
Ferguson.
If he gets
Usual contenders, Nokia.
I was happy to see short Purin. That's 6. By the way, we forgot to do the Sweet 16 soothsayer predictions, but we'll do it 2 balls late. How much of these boys are getting? Of course, you guys could stand a chance to win a goodie bag on cricket.com expense. It's actually a 1,000 rupee Amazon voucher.
Oh,
nice. We've got a sanction from the marketing team. So, but the rules imply such. So, Nick's, Anirudh, Som, and me will have a goes in terms of final score predictions. We have to nail down one particular score, and any of us can win that goodie bag. Or if there are people in the comments who also want to get involved, if you let your scores be known now, we will definitely reach out to you and give you that goodie bag. Purin is taking off because he's just welcomed Sakaria in his first 3 balls back to his second spell with 2 4s. I mean, 1 6 and a 1 4. So 141 for 4.3. 21 balls left, boys. Problem. Oh no, there is. Oh, there is.
There is.
What's happening?
Internet.
or the internet is
There's
being a
a
bit choppy.
network issue, I guess.
A slight network issue. But okay, prediction. So 141 for 4. How much are they getting and why? Knicks?
Okay. Let's go for 172 for 6.
Okay, 172 for 6. Decent. That's a wide ball. You? So?
4 overs. I'm
Think,
saying,
think about who's going to bowl for
I'm
Delhi as
saying
well.
181 for 7.
What's with you 181s? Yesterday's were
भाई
181.
वो बचपन में बोलते थे ना कि अगर गैस करना तो सारे सी मार के आओ, ऐसे पैटर्न मत बनाएगा, नहीं तो सब गलत हो जाएगा. सी करके आओगे तो हो सकता है you'll get it right someday.
Okay, 172, 181. Anirudh, what are you going for?
I'm going for 186 for 5.
186 for 5. That's another 43 from the last 20. Impressive. I'm going to go actually very close to Som. I'm going to go 179. Similar to 178, actually. Similar to yesterday's total. I think exactly similar because I think China as well go 178 for 7. I should have gone more.
अब तो तुम टेक्निक जान गए.
178 is what I say. So let us know your predictions. And of course, we will give you guys, if you guys get it right. This choppy internet has just made it like kind of baffling. Oh, he's gone down the ground for 6 more. Kunal Pandya now getting into the action.
Finally.
149 for 4.
Finally.
I mean, David Warner is just amazes me as a captain in the BPL at times.
Right.
Because the fact that I don't know, he doesn't look as involved in a game when he's playing for Australia. You know what I mean? Like whatever, just like laid back. But every time in
I don't think so.
Bharat Premier
I don't
League,
think so. I mean, for Sunrisers,
that's what I'm saying. In the Bharat Premier League, for sure.
so you feel the other way around.
For Australia and stuff, it's like chill.
ऐसा नहीं है, क्या बात कर रहा है भाई?
Really?
He's toned down lately, but come on, he has been an all-around team player.
Anirudh,
I mean, see, VVS Lakshman made a very excellent point about David Warner. That if you think about that entire sandpaper game,
yeah,
whatever he did was for the team. It was not going to help Warner the individual.
correct.
So ultimately, even if obviously what he did was wrong and unacceptable, but he did it for the team.
So you're what? You're putting
No, I'm saying that I mean, of all the people, you can't say Warner is not a team player. He is big time.
And he's the one who got the bullet. They threw him under the bus. So there is not even a doubt that he's a team player.
He's like,
I just don't think he looks that in it once he's played for Australia in recent times. Like, you know what I mean? I know, of course, being captain, you have to be much more proactive and all of that. How do you see it, Anirudh?
like what Somesh is saying, like he's like Walter White. Everything I did it for the family. He's like, everything I did for the team, and then he'll be like, I did it for me. I liked it. I was good at it. But I mean, he's always been a team player, and he was probably a very big D/head for a considerable amount of time, which I think many of his teammates have also, admitted. But he's toned down significantly since Sandpaper Gate, his return, and he's just an old man who wants to play cricket now.
Honestly, COVID and these reels have helped him. It's absolutely going off in terms of what is happening with the internet. Because right now, all the things appear
as unstable as Delhi's bowling attack.
Yeah, I was about to say, as blurry as the lines are for Delhi. Mukesh has taken this over very well.
Don't think so.
I don't know why the internet might be kind of.
But guys, just how many West Indians in this team? Myers, Puran, Pandya.
And of course, they had Holder last time around. KL also initially was, right? Then he
on the field, there is Rohman as well for Delhi.
They went to become West Indian with the tattoos and the long hair and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, I can't react. He's still taking guard.
What is happening? Can we figure
Call
out?
IT, emergency.
Call IT,
911, 911, internet gaya.
I mean, this is just problematic, honestly. What is
So I was asking this outside. Have any of you guys seen Mukesh like smile ever? I mean,
we cannot hear a thing you're saying, my friend.
have any of you guys seen Mukesh smile ever? Like, he seems to always have this very serious
I
face.
think this might be a good time for us to just take a break for like 5 minutes or so,
Yeah.
so that we can fix the issue rather than just
with a second guess in terms of whether it's working right or not.
Better now. It's better.
It's better now. It's cleared up.
It's clearer. It's fully clear, but
Yeah, like
Thank
more
God.
clear for me.
yeah, it's
So maybe
clearer.
one
And I
of
think
take a break.
back now.
We threatened it. We threatened
No
it.
break.
Yeah.
And obviously, our IT guys don't work on the weekend, so we have to just do it ourselves, unfortunately.
Oh,
175 is what they go the current rate. I don't know what Delhi would be happy with. I know Warner won the toss and decided to bowl, guys, but if you gave him 175 from the offset, would he be happy? Would he bite your hand off if
Don't
they
think
say?
so on this wicket. The way they started, they would have wanted 120.
Oh, he's taken him
Gaya,
out.
bhai, gaya.
Really taken him
Yeah.
out. Anil, what's this? And tell me a reaction. Oh, you're watching the Arsenal Leeds game, aren't you?
No, I'm not, bro. I'm not watching the Arsenal match. Don't worry. I can share my screen and show you if you want.
नहीं भाई नहीं proof नहीं चाहिए भाई मान लिया भरोसा दे
Good thing the pads in
पैड पे लगा भाई नहीं तो शिन गए था
Shin's gone. Shin's gone up.
शिंजो अभी हो जाता
Wow.
Yeah, take it.
Imagine if Delhi had run Krunal out.
Spirit
Would
of
have
the
been
game.
gone. I
Fair
mean,
play
there's
award
been
gone.
serious lack of controversy in this.
So
There
I
has
think
been a
the net-
serious
Yeah.
lack of controversy so far in this Indian T20 league. I think it needs more controversy, more spice, more drama, more.
पेशेंस आएगी
Sabar
कंट्रोवर्सी
karo, sabar karo.
अभी स्क्रिप्ट में लिखी है कंट्रोवर्सी एंड माय लेग इज broken. I'm out for
Avnish has dropped this.
I want to check if the ball's coming back to me nicely with the internet, or is it lagging in
he's
air?
checking gravity
right?
there.
Is it lagging in the air?
So who'll bowl the next, Sakaria or Khalil?
Khalil.
Khalil Bhaiya. Oh,
Of
it's a
course,
single.
after with Mirzapur 6 and all that. Oh, has he done well? He's done brilliantly,
Yeah,
Zakaria. Saved
Oi.
the
But
सब गिर रहे हैं. Shaw, I am
But you
looking forward to
Oh,
watch Shaw bat.
lala, oh, lala.
Best thing about Delhi games is at least you get to watch Shaw bat somewhere. वो रील अच्छा था कि हमारी एक ऐसी टीम है जिसमें शॉ और सरफराज दोनों को मौका मिलता है.
What is that other meme
the,
where I think, what is that? Ao Kabhi Haveli Pe. So I think that
ये
was,
गाना है भाई, मीम नहीं है.
no, it's a meme also, bro. It's a meme where they basically show a picture of Gambhir and KL at the new Ekana Stadium, and basically people playing with guns. Be like, up, Baro. Up, Baro. And I'm just like, wow, ridiculous. The guys and their creative thinking.
I think the one thing that's disappointing
So what?
from a Delhi perspective.
We're being spooked with.
Yeah, the internet sucks again.
Yeah. Yeah. Every time they take a two, the net goes off for them. Dot ball or single, they are fine.
From everyone's perspective is the internet.
Yes.
No,
yes,
Mujhe, man. This IT, just so we saw the aesthetics in the background, the IT guys. So literally to start
See,
watching Sundays.
the single
Literally,
and
you're
they're back.
watching this.
Okay, it's gone really worse for them.
I'll tell you
But
what, guys.
Yeah.
one completely
Oh,
lost.
it's
157.
gone.
Completely lost. 157 for 4, 18 overs, 2 overs left. Let's see how they finish. Yeah, you were saying something about Delhi?
Yeah. No. I was saying that they probably not miss, as in it's a bit disappointing that Nagarkoti never hit the heights that we thought he would, because imagine if they had a very fit, very accomplished Nagarkoti, and I think there was the season for KKR Kolkata where he actually did bowl a lot of good Yorkers, and he showed that he has the ability to bowl at the death. But I don't know what happened after that. Even his domestic returns have been pretty underwhelming.
Yeah, I think it is. It is. It's been one of the cases with many of the under 19 pacers of that lot. If you see, Shivam Mavi also, you feel that there is something that's not like it's not yet completely the progress is not as much as you would hope it should be after so much time in the system. It's not even about the number of games that you get, but about being part of the system and learning and grooming and becoming a better product by the end of it. So
it's like with Mavi, you feel that his potential probably it feels like it has decreased a bit, but he's doing his best to maximize the lower tier of.
Yes, sorry, but that's just a 6. You'll have to watch the highlights. Khalil is bowling. It is Khalil, and he just smoked a very
The more
good.
they hit, the better it is for me, because I predicted 186, and they need 23 more from 11 balls, and I think that's not out of reach. I think they might even exceed it.
I mean,
lovely.
I budgeted for one of them to get out, and which is why I stuck to 172. They could get 172 in this very over.
Oh yes, but
unless
it's shame. I mean, this has been a pattern that's been repeating since last season. Khalil bowls 3 overs, good overs. He bowls the 4th over at the death and kind of ruins his figures. I remember, I think it was that Butler century match where similar thing happened. He got whacked towards the end, and his figures got ruined. But
but then it's also a case to do with the
beautiful catch at the boundary.
No, not a catch. We are watching the same game.
No, this thing, boundary line. I guess not the boundary line, as in the ball boy or whoever. I don't know who.
Yes. Was it? Yep. And that's a good catch. Is it? Yes, it is a good catch. Prithvi Shaw has taken a very good catch, and Khalil has a wicket of Nicholas Puran. So that's a crazy catch.
See, they are displaying. You look at Delhi's batting, and you just feel that with the team they've picked, they have no excuses for not chasing, even if Lucknow set them 185, 190, because they've front loaded completely with Warner, Shaw, Rusov, Powell, Marsh. I mean, they've picked every batter in the squad basically, so you can't chase.
I think it'll also, I think, benefit them more because of the dew and the ball coming onto the bat much better now. I think had they batted first, that lineup may not have found it easier to hit, because they're all someone who like to hit through the line, and they all like to play their strokes. So I think in that sense, I feel Lucknow have come back fairly well even after that Myers showed, because they knew that they need 190 or 180 to even be in the game because of the dew that's already there.
Yeah, and it will be also interesting to see who takes the new ball for Lucknow, because we saw Myers bowl the odd over in SA20 every now and then. He just
that
holding. I mean, that ball to Brevis is.
I think he has 2 shots. He has 1 extra cover back foot loft in Australia to boast all his life, and he has that in swinger to Devil Brevis to boast all. I mean, he can retire and just show those 2 clips, and people would be like, "Wow, he was some guy."
I mean, I also love that. The lofted extra cover hit. I think of Kuldeep today. It wasn't it? It was of Kuldeep today. It was just, I think it was of Kuldeep. He just lofted just nonchalantly. Just such a clean striker of the ball. It's such a delight to watch him bat when he's on song.
Yes, and first ball boundary for Badoni is just pulled.
Which means that I said 186 for 5, so that 5 is. I'm set on that front. I just need Lucknow to score 17 more runs of the remaining, I guess, 8 balls, which is
8 balls.
If it could be accomplished.
Could be more actually. Could be more.
And I think for those who are unaware, I think Ayush Badoni scored 191 the last time he batted at the professional level. He scored against Hyderabad in the Ranji Trophy, so he is clearly in good nick.
Yep.
So I mean, he's a very young lad, so
Yes.
it's expected that he would, fail. He, the chases he pulled off was not normal for his age or experience, so we had to give him
Yes.
time. But good to see Lucknow backing him right at the start of
Yeah.
the season, because there were times I felt baffled that they played Manish Pandey at 3 sometimes last season,
Yeah,
and
and they also pushed him up the order, which I feel it's very unfair on him, because
yeah,
you can't just play around with the. I mean, he's very young in this setup, in this system. So you'll have to give him a very fixed role that, okay, this is your role, and then he has a very clear way to visualize and then go
yeah,
about it. I think the same problem that I have, that many have with Riyan Parag, which I don't agree with, is that
mm-hmm.
you're asking them to do what is already a toughest job in world cricket, in white
Mm-hmm.
ball cricket,
Yeah.
and you're expecting
But
them to come off. So it will not always come off. They're yet to even get their best game. Once they get
yeah,
their best game, then you give them the opportunity, they may do well. So in that sense, I think this season could be very critical for him and Rajasthan both, because he's supposed to bat
yeah.
up.
I mean, I think I even talked about it before the tournament started, but Rajasthan's setup is such that you almost, the only way Parag can bat in the top four is Samson plays six, because Padikkal can't play
Yeah,
as finisher. So
yeah.
it's just one of those situations where he's probably the right player in the wrong team. You look at
Yeah,
any other side where, I mean, imagine Parag in Delhi at number 4, for example. It's just
yeah.
perfect for
Solve a lot
both.
of problems.
Yeah, but coming back to this match, so Lucknow need 15 more runs of the last 6 balls for my prediction to uh,
Yes.
come true. So,
Yeah. They need to score
what
just
was your
one run.
prediction again? I forgot your prediction.
172 for six. So they have to
They've
score
got
just
there
one
in over
run.
to spare. They've got there in over to spare. So.
Just one run and one wicket and 4 dot balls. 5 eventually, but I that would be a great over if Sakaria could do it.
So who is going to bowl the last over? Is it going to be
Yeah,
Sakaria? It has to be
should be.
Sakaria, because
Yeah, it should be Sakaria.
unless Mitchell Marsh magically
Nine.
comes up and bowls the final
I
over,
think
which
there will be many SOS calls done if Mitchell Marsh takes up the ball. Though he did
for
say, actually, he did say that
yeah, he
he is
is
ready
fit
to
to
bowl.
bowl. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think it was somebody talking on commentary, English commentary, before I joined the watch along. They're saying that Mitchell Marsh is such a valuable asset with the bat. Why even risk him with the ball?
Yeah,
It's not
fair.
worth it.
Yes,
Just don't
yes.
bowl him. And you remember he was playing for Hyderabad
Yes.
3 seasons ago, 2 seasons ago,
Yeah, 2 seasons
2020,
ago.
I think. First match, he I think rolled his ankle or
Yeah,
something, and
yeah,
then season over. He has this wretched run of
yeah.
this wretched luck when it
If
comes to injury. So
sorry, we have an impact player substitution, which is crazy. This is done for the last over.
okay,
Wow,
and
I don't think we saw that coming.
who is it? I'm behind on the stream.
Wow, so they've
So
got Aman Khan in for Khalil Ahmed. Wow,
for 1 over.
it's the last
Okay,
over, but he's
okay,
not bowling. He's not
okay,
bowling, I think.
got it.
So that is
So
weird.
he's the extra batter.
Yeah, but then why would you get him on now? You could have done that in the second innings.
So
He's
is he
just
gonna bowl
stepped
the
onto the
last over?
field.
Is he gonna
No,
bowl
no,
the last over?
he's fielding on the fence. Uh, wow, this is I don't
They
know
just
how
want to
this makes sense.
save some time or disrupt the moment. I mean, it's just
I
bizarre.
mean, they just got a wicket.
I would love to hear the justification post match. What
Yes, yes,
was going on in their mind when they decided to do
yeah.
this? But
1 ball, 1 run. So now they need 5 dot balls. Let's see if that
or
happens.
is he such a great outfielder that that you had to bring him on for just the final over? But you can make him a normal sub if that's the case.
Yeah, I don't think people would have minded that, but
Right. So you have Aksar at 7 and Aman Khan at 8,
Aman Khan
right?
at 8. That's good
All
batting
right.
depth,
And
at
who's
least on
the number
paper.
9? Kuldeep. Kuldeep
Then
can not
this,
hit
then
singles, but he can just
yeah,
take singles. And I think Kuldeep
yeah,
is the kind of guy who can be a good partner if you have an established batter at the other
yeah,
end. He can just take singles. But
yes,
it was shocking what he was doing in that deciding match between India and Australia, and
Yeah.
giving the strike to Shami, and not even Shami, he's giving the strike to Siraj. It's just shocking. But
Yeah.
getting back to this
That's
match,
yes. My prediction is gone. Sorry, 173. Chetan Sakaria has bowled a wide.
more, and I think Somesh and Avnish might have to remind me about their predictions, because it
Yes.
was in the 170s if I'm not wrong, but
Somesh was 178 or 179.
so wide. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a while since we got a glimpse of these slower balls from Zakaria. He did not play a lot last
Yeah.
season.
Yes.
I mean,
Second
it's
ball, good single.
another wild story, really, because he just played for India after half a good season, and then just slipped down
Same
the
to
pecking
Venki.
order.
Same to Venki. Even Venki had a half
Yeah.
season good.
But I think you can say that Zakaria had some body of work at the domestic level. He
Yes,
had
to
for
put behind. Yeah.
Saurashtra.
Yes.
But
I think
yeah, it's not
it's a
just
very just very
Lucknow.
recency bias thing to just go with the flow and try and take people into the
Yeah.
setup just because they've had a good last 3 months.
So again, I can't really make any comments because I'm behind. So
Two
I can
balls, two
only
runs, one wide. So they've got decent start for Chetan. He'll hope to
right.
not give away any boundaries.
So
And
it's
he's bowled another
he's
wide. Yeah, he's bowled another wide. So
Is
that's
the
two
wide
wides.
after this about abortion of the run up, or
Yeah.
did the wide happen after? Oh man,
Yeah.
Geo Cinema is really behind then. I'm not really.
Yeah. As I said, you're watching highlights live.
Yeah. No, but it's good today. It's been a peaceful
Better.
experience. No hanging, nothing.
Great.
So it's good.
Good. And
Oh,
looks like a big one is around the corner. And he's floated it, and Barduni is cleared the fence. Surely he has, and he has.
wow.
Great shot.
So I'm getting closer
181
to
for 181 for 5 balls to go.
5 of 3 balls, right?
Still
Need
get
5 of
more.
3 balls.
Still get more.
Come on, Chetan Sakaria. Come on. This is where you nail the perfect slow Yorker.
Yeah, it's like you'll back him one ball, he gets a wicket, and then you're like, no, let's bowl a full toss now and get a
That's-
boundary, and then single of the last ball.
I mean, that's a huge 6 from Badoni.
Yes.
I didn't quite see it coming. Wow. That's a huge hit.
Yeah. But I think he was bowling slot, and Badoni just picked it up very well.
Right. So we have. I don't know if the next ball has been bowled already.
No, he's running in, and his ball again length, and that's 6. I think it is 6.
Oh wow! Good job, Ayush. Good job.
Yeah, that's a proper finish.
Right.
A very,
So
very poor ball.
we have our designated finisher for Lucknow for the next 3-4 matches at least. Then
At least, yes.
at
Yes.
least.
Before they have a change of heart, then push him at 3 or open with him.
Yeah, I mean Lucknow
But do
do
you
have
think-
headaches.
But do you think the form of Kyle Mayers actually puts a lot of pressure on Quinton? I think
I was
Quinton he's been very iffy at times in terms of he gets big score, but then he just goes bent to 2030s.
And I genuinely think what Myers did today on a sluggish surface, which to start off with at least, I don't think Quinton would have pulled it off.
Yeah,
I mean,
struggled.
he, especially any team with off spinner, just loves to bowl against.
And that's a
Quinton.
wicket.
Oh,
Sorry.
too late.
Baduni just tried to paddle, but he's hit it to Sarfaraz, who's taken the catch finally.
So Anirudh, I think, is about to send us something related to Khalil, how he falters towards the end. We will wait for that. But for the time being, Badoni has departed after a very, very, very good
impressive
cameo.
Yeah.
Can't really ask for more. And I think it came at a time when Lucknow, it felt like Lucknow were losing some momentum. But especially after the Puran wicket, they've got the cushion that they would have wanted after that. So here's Anirudh with his stat.
Yes.
So in IPL 22, Khalil in his first 3 overs had 12 wickets at an average of 17.7 and economy of 7.1. And this season, in the fourth over, it's an economy of 11.2, which is 7.1, 11.2, which Yep. It's just getting ruined. His
But
figures are
then,
getting ruined.
yeah, and I think it's something that a lot of Indian bowlers will have to work on. And you even have Shami who goes down the same route.
Yes.
That he's excellent in the power play, and then just
No.
goes off. Do we have another impact substitute?
That would be kind of questionable if Lucknow
That's
uses up
from Lucknow.
one ball.
No, I hope not. That now again, this is just proper making the game, slowing the game down. How Steve Smith wanted after
Yeah,
the first
sure. As
test.
if it's not slow enough already. The guys are.
Nearly 2 hours, almost 2 hours, because the game did start on time. I think.
Is
Yeah, it
it
did.
Gautam?
I saw Gotham, which is why I was surprised. And there is an impact player with one ball to go in this innings. K. Gotham is coming out to bat.
But how many left-handers do Delhi have? They have Rosov, they have Aksar. That's it, right?
Yeah, but then
Warner,
and those and
Warner.
Warner. So
Yeah.
he'll open the bowling as well. Possibly he could open the bowling.
Okay, I mean, I like this substitution because Gautam can hit a six of the
Very
one
fast bowler.
ball he
Yeah.
chases.
Yes.
And
Yes.
if you're going to use him anyway, why not use it now? I mean, why delay it till the next innings? So
Nice.
thank you Lucknow and Delhi for doing something
Delhi.
interesting.
Yes. Something worthwhile.
All these late substitutions are just giving me like kabaddi vibes. You know how the
Last minute subs. Yes.
players waiting, just waiting for the umpire's approval to.
Yeah, just come onto the floor. And it's just taking the game forward, maybe just making it the right move. It may not always work. And he comes
Yeah.
into ball slot, and is that a six? That is a six. So he's hit a
That's the
six on the very
best
last
impact
ball
substitution
ever.
of the season, guys. The best impact
Wow.
substitution of the season already.
Yes, they finished with 193 for six in 20 overs. Crazy finish there.
You
I
know
think the
what,
last one
Nikhil?
went for 20.
I first thought of predicting 195, but I was like, I would go 10 short.
Oh,
Maybe I should have stuck.
should have stuck to your gut
But,
feel first.
but yeah, I
But
mean,
it's
again, this is just very, very predictable from Sakaria. Just back of the hand
yeah,
slow ball. It's twice in this over, it's gone the distance,
yeah.
and
They've got 36 of the last
not
two,
not
and
a
I think they've put
not a
finish.
memorable
Yes,
return to the side for
right.
Sakaria. Four
Yeah,
overs, two for 53, and
yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think he did more damage by taking Rahul's wicket as well. So, so
Yes. I think Delhi will rue the fact that they've given away 36 in the last two. I think 36 is probably, you can say 16 or like 20 too many to give away because they
yeah,
got Puran out. They had Baduni
yeah,
and Krunal Pandya. I mean, Krunal Pandya has done what Dubey did yesterday 15 of
yeah,
13, strike rate of 115. But I think they'll take the score any day given how they were like
yeah,
19 after 4 overs. So I
yeah.
think Lucknow will happily take
I
the
mean,
score.
it is. I mean, it's a bit curious how half the batters have found this pitch very difficult to
Yes.
bat on, and the other half have like just coasted. You see, Myers 192 strike rate,
Yes.
Puran 171, Badoni 257, Krishnappa Gautam 600, and then you have Rahul 66. I
Yeah.
think probably the one innings that might go and hurt now is Huda 17 of 18, right? But to
Yeah.
his defense, I think he did an okay job of rotating the strike
Yeah.
whenever possible. But still, I think if it was 23 of 18 or 22 of 18, you are very happy
But
with
I
it.
feel
But
I think that's a bit harsh because the wicket did look like it had so many runs then. So I mean, at that point of time, we were looking at 150, 160 being a pass score, which
yeah,
clearly
yeah,
isn't the case now. So I think that is a good time to also take a break. Hopefully, we'll have
yeah.
Avnish and Somesh back
It's
in
just
time, and yeah,
yeah.
I'll join you guys in the second gig very soon. Thank you so much. See you soon.
Thank you, Nikhil.
Full screen run. And shut that lid.
Order it. No.
Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again. I know too many glitches today, but just bear with us. And we have that kind of a day, and we have a very special Delhi fan with us.
And on that note, there's the boundary.
Hmm.
And you surprised that I mean Kyle Myers bowled the first over. I can understand that because he can swing the ball and can get that first wicket. But I was expecting Mark Wood or Krishnappa Gautam from the other end because Mark Wood can rattle Prithvi Shaw and Krishnappa Gautam would be a good matchup to David Warner. And knowing that there is Ryu on the field, I think a spinner could have been used before Jaidev Unadkar. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think the original plan would have been to use Avish Khan, but since he has split his webbing, then the planning has gone for a toss a little bit. But I think I would be a little skeptical to use Krishnappa Gautam against Prithvi Shaw. Because if Warner takes a single, then you can literally feel a 20-run over.
Then Mark would know, but again, it's okay. Jaidev Unadkar, I don't mind that because 13 run वो खा चुका है, so I mean it works.
As a Delhi fan, it works. Yeah.
So I mean that kind of a target we are chasing, and our batting is in shambles in this tournament in the absence of fun, but they have really put in all the 4 overseas players in the batting department alone. So that way the batting looks sorted for today, but still 194. It's a tricky pitch. You never know.
4 more.
Let's see. होगा पीछे कोई. Oh नहीं.
4 more. Yep.
24 भाई 24 रन 2 ओवर के अंदर. Nice.
Good start. But don't you think? I mean, does Delhi have given a lot of runs? This definitely did not seem like a 193 pitch.
अरे 193 का pitch ये है भी नहीं. I mean, even if we consider the view on the field, 170 at max. So first they dropped that crew. I mean, Khalil dropped the easiest catch I have seen on the TV screen getting dropped until now. So Khalil dropped that, and after that, Myers just went into the fifth gear in the way he was batting. I think it had a lot to do with Delhi's bowling as well. And Pooran as well, because they were just bowling right under their arc. And obviously, I mean, pitch कैसी भी हो, but if you are
over pitch डालोगे तो
इतना over pitch करोगे, and then Sakaria last over was just, I mean, again full ball, full after full, right under the bat. I mean, as Joffrey Boycott says, rubbish. I would say foolish. So Krishna Bhagavatam is here
सुन
now.
ली भाई तुम्हारी बात सुन ली.
I hope पृथ्वी शॉ भी तुम्हारी बात सुन ले और थोड़े बहुत मारे. पीछे फिल्टर ना हो यार.
नहीं है भाई. 4
Theory of boundaries यार to start with. पता है इस DC गेम से पहले, मतलब मैच से पहले मेरे अंदर का नाना पाटेकर जाग रहा था कि आ गए मेरी मौत का तमाचा देखने के लिए तुम लोग. बट जैसा अभी स्टार्ट हुआ, I mean it is pretty good भाई. आज
बड़ी कृष्णप्पा गौतम के चश्मे थोड़े ऐसा नहीं लग रहा वेल्डिंग वाले. वेल्डिंग करेगा अभी बैठ के.
It's trying to look a bit cool to start the tournament with, and he started the tournament on a good note for himself at least. एक बॉल 600 का strike rate.
Yep, and we have a good 2 people listening to the stream. So guys, just promote this. Let people know that we have our internet back in place and we are back on, so that all of the people who just sort of tuned off are back in.
I hope the frequency rate of our internet and Delhi's run rate as well, both of them go from go quite smoothly,
strength to strength,
quite smoothly, right here, strength by strength. So hopefully, because I mean, no pun, that's okay. We already knew that, but we didn't have any of our 3 overseas pacers as well.
Yeah.
So considering that,
this is a very B category.
This is a very important game in that regard. नहीं भाई, ये सब करने की नीड नहीं है.
Going down. Choose Ishan mocking Smith cause.
Silly shot like the title of my German cricket podcast.
Nice. Yeah. So is that podcast in German or is it in English?
watching Delhi bat right here. I mean, I have appeared in quite a few watch-alongs until now since we started during Asia Cup, right?
Asia Cup. So this is the first time you have a loyalty.
Second time. First time was that India Pakistan
game.
game. So उसमें मैंने बहुत ज़्यादा emotional feel करा था during a watch-along. And अब ये Delhi का game, I mean, बिल्कुल वो as
I really want you and Avnish to do a Delhi and Bangalore game together. It will be so much fun to watch.
मच जाएगा भाई. आग लग जाएगी स्टूडियो में जो हमने अभी बनवाया है दोबारा. शॉट मुझे फील्डर नहीं हो यार.
कोई नहीं है.
तो म्यूट पे मैच देखने का वो नुकसान ये है कि जब बॉल हवा में जाती है ना
तो पता
आप कमेंटेटर की आवाज से ही अंदाजा लगा नहीं सकते कि पीछे फील्डर है कि नहीं है. वो जो दिल जो धक धक करता है ना उस टाइम
यहाँ आपको अपना लॉजिक लगाना पड़ता है थोड़ा. इसलिए मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ कि भाई सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट इनोवेशन है वो फील्डिंग वाला ग्राफिक
यार. वो बहुत
इसमें फील्डर दिखते रहेंगे कौन
ऑलवेज बी देयर. एंड आई विश the broadcasters don't we have a way to inculcate that in our app, so that would be good.
Yeah, so decent start. I mean, so then how would you rate this Krishnappa Gautam? 9 runs which is sort of below the asking rate
and also lesser than the number of runs conceded by your top two frontline bowlers as well that came before him. So I don't think KL Rahul will mind it a lot, though I'm pretty sure he had a wicket on his mind. He has a wicket on his mind. He knows कि भाई अगर आपको एक अच्छी शुरुआत को रोकना है तो the best way is obviously a wicket. So and the kind of batting that Delhi have, I mean 7 तक I don't see any loopholes in their batting today at least. So from that regard, and 8 पे भी अब अमन हकीम खान है. So I've never seen him play, but what I've learned that he's kind of a slogger and could be a very effective slogger as well. And again, what Ponting said about him,
Aman Hakim ka acha unhone kar liya impact sab. Okay,
they included him as soon as Khalil Ahmed bowled his last ball. They subbed him out and Aman Hakim Khan came on the field. And you know what surprised me, what really brought my attention on Aman Hakim Khan is when Ponting talked about him, he used the word ultra impressive. मतलब लूजली भी लोग impressive word तो यूज करते हैं, but if someone is making the effort to say ultra impressive तो कुछ ना कुछ बात तो होगी.
अल्ट्रा तो usually मैं अल्ट्रा माइल्ड में सुनता हूँ.
The boys, yeah. 34 for no loss and 3.1, yeah, so 160 more required, so it's a pretty good start. Do you think where will you rate Shaw and Warner as an opening pair?
I was actually about to ask you. I mean, it's one of my favorite opening pairs.
So when I was doing my analysis for the Delhi preview, I actually listed down all the frontline opening combinations, and I think they were in top 4. So top 4 में से top 2-3 pick करना मुश्किल था, but top 4 तो clearly I could see.
I think KL Rahul, Quinton de Kock is right up there, but KL Rahul, I mean, as all the other senior Indian
that is a different
men.
thing. That is a different thing. But अगर सिर्फ
on paper even Rohit Sharma and Ishan Kishan are exciting on paper. I won't say anything after that. Then who? कौन है?
Butler and Jaiswal is not a bad opening pair to be honest. Dhawan and Bairstow could have been a bombastic opening pair, but ऊपर वाले की मर्जी.
भाई Warner और Bairstow भाई. Can anyone beat that?
SRH के लिए करते तो थे भाई.
Since सौरभ जब से आया, all roads lead to Hyderabad.
Which is the worst opening combination? Not worst, okay, worst would be a harsh word. Least exciting opening.
Aaron Finch and Venkatesh Iyer.
इस season. Again, KKR बड़ी रहेगा पर अपन फिर भी मेरे ख्याल से.
I like Gurbaz a lot.
I like Gurbaz a lot as well. Gurbaz के साथ
मनदीप सिंह दास तो अरे बाप रे बमर.
Conversation करने का जज्बा ही खत्म हो गया मेरा नाम से. I mean nothing against Mandeep Singh, is a lovely guy, but as a cricketer, I mean he has been playing for so long. He's how कुछ है. चलो दो रन. That's so split over यार from Avesh Khan.
Avesh Khan के एक्शन में थोड़ा सब हल्का सा मेरे को फर्क लग रहा है. मतलब नॉन बॉलिंग आर्म का यूसेज थोड़ा डिफरेंट है.
Probably अभी तक मैंने ध्यान नहीं दिया.
ये भाई यही तो वो मैच है,
यही तो वो मैच है।
बॉर्नर बेस्ट ऑफ
दोनों का 100 था इसमें।
खेल कर दिए थे।
अवनीश नहीं था हमारे साथ इस टाइम।
मैं भी नहीं
था। तू भी नहीं था। अच्छा तू भी नहीं था। दिस वाज इन फैक्ट आवर फर्स्ट IPL.
Oh, luck. Rub of the green going against the team in blue. This can be said to every team. Every team has a team in blue except Chennai. And anyone else? कोई ऐसी टीम है जिसमें ब्लू है ही नहीं? बैंगलोर?
बैंगलोर में नहीं है।
पंजाब?
हैदराबाद में नहीं है।
हैदराबाद में नहीं, पंजाब में नहीं है। ये है
तो पंजाब के पास, पंजाब का कलर भी बहुत बेसिक ही है।
नहीं, but blue नहीं है।
but कलर ब्लू नहीं है।
So 4 teams out of 10 only who don't have blue, and yet again we have a cricket.com logo superimposed over a cricket.com logo. कितना cricket.com logo? थोड़ा सा एक आध लोगो कम हो सकता है. Yes, very good.
Okay, so जो जैसा स्टार्ट मिला है एंड कंसीडरिंग दैट ड्यू के और आने से द बॉलिंग जॉब वुड बी टफर ओनली, एंड दिल्ली का फायर पावर बहुत है.
I think
they should win this.
रवि बिश्नोई's spell will decide the game. अगर वो उसको मार पाए या उसको विकेट्स नहीं दिए बस, so they should be home.
194 is always a reachable target. I feel though इस पिच पे थोड़ा सा पार के थोड़ा सा ऊपर है, पर जितना ऊपर था आई थिंक वो स्टार्ट से कवर हो चुका है. 4 ओवर 40.
हाँ एक्चुअली ये एक और पॉइंट था जो मैं लाने वाला था कि ये एक एडवांटेज होता है चेसिंग टीम, बिकॉज साइड बैटिंग फर्स्ट दे वर अ लिटिल सर्कमस्पेक्ट. हम भी उनको देख के सर्कमस्पेक्ट हो रहे थे कि भाई ये तो 130 140 की पिच है, बट देन now the way they've scored, the team in the second innings would be very clear कि भाई रन बन सकते हैं.
But this is the biggest disadvantage that cricket holds as a sport. It just I mean second batting करने वाली टीम के लिए जो एडवांटेज है ना, because I personally feel that भाई कंडीशन जैसी भी हो, अगर दोनों टीम पार पे है तो पहली बैटिंग करने वाली टीम ने जितने रन बनाए हैं ना, सेकंड बैटिंग करने वाली टीम भी बना सकती है.
बिल्कुल. तो
और अगर उनको कंडीशंस का पता है तो और
अच्छी बात है. ये तो गोले फेंक रहा है
भाई, ये हमेशा भाई 150 के नीचे नहीं फेंकता ये बंदा.
सो क्या था इंग्लिश ट्रांसलेशन में भूल गया.
Silly short leg.
The pod is in German. Yeah. The pod is in German. There are enough English podcasts already. Yeah, of course, I agree. I think Hindi podcast की कमी. The day the videos of the BGT are up on my channel. Sure, we'll check it out. Although I don't know a word in German except. But yeah, you get the gist. Nice.
I'm very glad कि इस बॉल पे शॉ का शॉट नहीं लगा एक्चुअली, वरना ये बॉल कहीं जाती नहीं.
बहुत मच्छर है लखनऊ में.
मच्छर भी मुस्कुरा रहे हैं क्योंकि वो लखनऊ में है.
लखनऊ के मच्छर भी गुटखा खाते होंगे. कबाब एंड गुटखा बड़ा कॉम्प्लेक्स. पहले कबाब करते.
Okay, they have taken a review for wide. This is where I feel यार ये तेरा रोने वाली बात है. बस क्लियरली है भाई, ऐसे
तो 12 बजता है. अगर वो सेकंड मैच में बारिश नहीं होती तो वो तो पौने 8 तक चला जाता है. आगे तो पावर प्ले खत्म हो जाता.
So I understood one thing. पहले IPL के मैचेस 8 बजे स्टार्ट होते थे ताकि जल्दी मतलब पहले 8 बजे स्टार्ट हुआ करते थे.
ये क्या है?
They pulled it back.
Isn't this tournament called BPL?
अच्छा हाँ सॉरी, भारतीय प्रीमियर लीग. तो ये मैचेस पहले 8 बजे स्टार्ट हुआ करते थे, पर अब वो 7:30 बजे करा था. खत्म वो उसी टाइम पे हो गए. अगर ये 6 बजे खेलना शुरू करेंगे तो भी उसी टाइम खत्म होने वाले हैं मैचेस. एंड आई डोंट सी एनी.
ये क्या डिले है भाई? ये वाइड का रिव्यू तो बहुत ही ज्यादा हो गया है.
पता नहीं ये वाइड का रिव्यू है भी या नहीं, क्योंकि कहीं पर रिव्यू लिखा आया नहीं. सो आई थिंक कुछ और ही था. जैसे अभी जो विजुअल दिखाया शायद उसको पैर स्लिप कर रहा हो पिच पे.
मार्कवुड जिन्होंने पिछला सीजन मिस किया था लखनऊ के लिए,
अब मार्कवुड
के तेज गेंदबाज
वर्ल्ड कप से पहले T20 वर्ल्ड कप से जस्ट पहले जो पाकिस्तान और इंग्लैंड की जो 5 मैच की T20 सीरीज हुई थी उसमें मार्कवुड ने कमबैक करा था. पहले मैच में मतलब ही मिस्ड द फर्स्ट मैच. सेकंड मैच
मुझे हर अल्टरनेट मैच खिलाते थे ना उसको. हर अल्टरनेट में पेल रहा था.
हर अल्टरनेट मैच आके भाई गोले भाई.
बिल्कुल.
एंड पाकिस्तान
गड्ढा कर देगा
कि व्हाट द हेल इज गोइंग ऑन भाई. इतना तेज कहां से यार.
सच में कल हंगर के को देखकर भी मेरे को ऐसे लगा कि उसको एक ही ऐसा वो मिला हुआ है क्या रोल ऐसा प्रॉपर किरदार ऐसा लाइन दी हुई है कि जाना है तेरे को पिच में गड्ढा करना है. इतनी जोर से फेंकना कि गड्ढा हो जाए.
एक बार ऐसे बहुत पहले वन खेड़े में गड्ढा हुआ था पिच में जब पॉलिटिकल एंगल था, अब
वो अलग टाइप का गड्ढा
हो जाता गड्ढा।
बाकी पिच में आपको गड्ढे बहुत बार दिखते रहेंगे, बट अलग अलग टाइप के गड्ढे होते हैं।
पिच पे गड्ढे,
कोई पिच पे गड्ढे, कभी ग्राउंड में गड्ढे, ग्राउंड का बाहर तो गड्ढे। और यहाँ पे as शुभ प्रेडिक्टेड
वुड तो खा जाएगा भाई यार, और शॉट दिखी नहीं यार,
दिखी नहीं बॉल, मतलब क्लियरली बोल सकते हैं कि बॉल दिखी नहीं, क्योंकि बॉल स्टंप से टकरा के बाउंड्री लाइन के पार चली गई, इतनी दूर गई है वो बॉल।
This happened, this similar kind of dismissals used to happen with Shaw in the 2020 IPL. आर्चर पहली बॉल अंदर खत्म, ऐसे ही 2-3 में और इसको सेम डिसमिसल सेम मोड पे आउट करा था। एंड
डू यू थिंक, आई मीन एक चीज तो बहुत ऑब्वियस है कि शॉ अगेंस्ट गुगली इज अ लिटिल फाउंड आउट,
बेसिकली अंदर आने वाली बॉल,
तो अंदर आती हुई चीज अच्छी नहीं लगती शॉ को।
So what I feel is कि because he's one of the few players जो कि ऑफ साइड भी अपना इतना ओपन रखता है, तो इसका फ्रंट फुट, जब इसका फ्रंट फुट उतना सामने नहीं आता, he keeps his front foot a bit on the middle end leg instead of the middle stump properly, तो उसके चक्कर में थोड़ा सा गैप रहता है, और जब बॉल अंदर आती है he gets exposed. Exactly. So this is where I feel, but again, yeah, Shaw is Shaw because of the amount of shots that he plays through the offside as well. So it's a दो धारी तलवार kind of a thing with him. कभी रन बनता है, कभी नहीं। था okay with it. I'm especially okay with it today because आज स्टार्ट देके गया है। It's not like वो फर्स्ट ओवर में आउट हुआ। अगर पहले ओवर में आउट होता तो फिर काफी चिंताजनक बात होती।
Who should come next? रूसो या मार्श?
I said Marsh, right? That's the way that Marsh was batting against India. Initially, before that 3-match one-day series, I was thinking about having Marsh at 5 or 6, but भाई खुदा पॉइंट तो खत्म करने दिया होता मेरे भाई।
बहुत जल्दी में थे, बहुत जल्दी आए और बहुत जल्दी चले गए, और यहाँ पे वुड पिच में गड्ढा करने के लिए हल्की सी फुल फेंकी, 2 बॉल और 2 बॉल में 2 बोल्ड।
पिच में गड्ढा करने की जगह दिल्ली फैंस के
दिल में गड्ढा हो रहा है।
गड्ढा कर दिया यार। अब मैं जितना कुछ था 4 बॉल पहले, 4 क्या 2 बॉल पहले आ गए, मेरी मौत खत्म हो जाएगी तुम लोग।
अरे बाप रे, बट दिस अ वेरी लूज शॉट,
दिस वाज अ लूज शॉट।
और हल्के में ले लिया
वो थोड़ा, और हल्के में कैसे लिया यार, तुम मार्क फुट को खेल रहे हो भाई।
अरे मार्श भाई, एशेज नहीं चल रहा है, एशेज में ये सब खेल सकते हो तो
यार। फुल बॉल थी यार ये सब, तो मे बी ही वाज जस्ट यू नो इंडिया के बॉलर खेल के ना, मतलब उसे लगा इसको भी मारी तो फुल बॉल है।
Yeah, we will use English sporadically, and one of our anchors, when he hops on, he'll hardly speak any Hindi. So maybe that's the time that you'll enjoy the conversation. But for now, yeah, as a Delhi fan,
भाई मैं
sinking feeling.
नहीं, सब्जेक्ट अभी कुछ नहीं की कर सकता, सब्जेक्ट की फटी पड़ी है।
सब्जेक्ट की फटी पड़ी है, the bottom line.
आएगा राइली रोज़ो।
क्या हैट्रिक होगी अगर हुई तो?
क्या है ये?
ये वो WWE का कैरेक्टर था ना, रेवन नाम था जिसका।
नहीं यार,
वो भी स्कर्ट पहन के आता
था मुझे।
ओह सरप्राइज को मिला, गुड मूव
अगेंस्ट हाई पेस यार, a little pacey and on his body
Shaw can't play.
So when it comes on his body, I feel Shaw tries to pull the ball, and I mean every fast
wide का review आखिरकार ले लिया गया है।
Every fast bowler is tough to pull when he is bowling at express pace.
एक डाउट सॉल्व करो, ये वाइड वाले रिव्यू, विकेट वाले रिव्यू सब एक ही है ना? अगर ये भी गलत हुआ तो भी जाएगा ना, क्योंकि ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि वाइड के भी अलग 2 रिव्यू है।
फिर तो मैचेस 12 क्या 12:30 बजे खत्म हो गए। लखनऊ की जर्सी अच्छी है यार, पर तेरे को नहीं लगता कि एड का जो साइज है, एड का जर्सी में कुछ ज्यादा ही बड़ा है?
अब पैसे भी फिर ज्यादा बड़े मिले होंगे।
अरे ठीक है भाई, पैसा सब कुछ नहीं होता ना। कुछ जर्सी तो अच्छी एस्थेटिक्स नाम की भी चीज होती है।
सबके लिए नहीं लक्ष्मण।
आई क्लियरली है भाई ब्रो,
पर ये कैसे टेस्ट करेंगे? मतलब इसके तो पता भी नहीं चलेगा।
सम एस्टिमेशन नो,
बहुत मुश्किल है अंदाजा लगा पाना।
अंदाजा अपना
यार, how difficult is it to actually measure the height and keep that as a record for all players?
जब वो प्लेयर खड़ा हुआ है साइड से,
जब एक वो लेकर
MS पेंट लाइन बना दो ऊपर,
Why white day? Oh, no ball.
No ball. Yeah, even better. Free hit भी मिलेगी.
अच्छा, okay.
What a
इसीलिए
review.
review किया है.
What a review from Warner.
देखो, Warner the captain बोल रहा था मैं.
और एक हमारा कैप्टन पंत लास्ट ईयर रिव्यू नहीं करा था.
सरफू
क्या लगता है फुल फेंकेगा? बिल्कुल तेज.
नहीं शॉट करेगा.
दिखी नहीं भाई.
दिखी नहीं. चलो कोई नहीं.
अब ऐसे कैसे चलेगा? इसका पहला ओवर ही है. अगर 3 ओवर और बॉल नहीं दिखी तो खेलेंगे क्या?
तो वुड को ये भी ऐसे करेंगे, हर ऑल्टरनेट मैच में खिलाएंगे, क्योंकि he definitely can't play all 14 games, right? और इसी के जैसे कि पनौतियां खत्म नहीं हुई थी, नई पनौती हमारे सामने का डिस्प्ले पावर ऑफ हो सकता है किसी भी मोमेंट, तो थोड़े बटन दबा दिए जाए.
Mark Wood is like that. Have you seen that?
Do you want to make it a threesome for sure?
दोबारा स्ट्राइक आएगा. ऐसी बातें करोगे तो यार सरफराज अगेंस्ट एक्सट्रीम पेस यार. आई एम जस्ट नॉट श्योर.
Let's see.
Oh, रोक ली भाई. किसी तरह रोक ली बस इसने.
Come back.
No run from the back. I think one after the other.
We've got Avan in the studio right now. Forget about the Havan. We're back. Oh, we've muted our mics, but we're back.
You're back.
The Northern
back.
Derby.
I was here
I'm
only.
back. I was scampering around like an absolute nomad in the last 25 minutes. In office, outside office, checking out the Bangalore Saturday Night Live from my car while I was at pharmacy trying to pick up some stuff. And it was a little mini Ashes happening right now, Shobh. With Wood and Marsh.
England won that round.
Yeah, England won that round.
England won that round against a team dressed in England colours actually. I mean, क्या ये jersey में?
Do you think they're inspired by the England World Cup winning kit?
Yeah, I see no point. So Delhi have changed their jersey every year since 2019.
Yeah, that's
19,
true.
20, 21, 22. So I knew they will change the jersey this time as well, but I don't see the point because their jerseys were quite good in 2020, 21 as well.
Yeah.
Last year का मुझे उतना अच्छा नहीं लगा था, but why change something that is not broken?
Correct, and they had that other one. I think they had a tie-up with JSW Paint, so they had that other one, which is a rainbow kit. If you guys remember that.
Yeah, that was pretty good as well for one match only.
For sure. By the way, the German guy in the comments, I will give my best to Gurkirat. And I think the earlier comment which you said you're trying to learn Hindi, I think that's a similar scene with me, my mate. I mean, even though we could probably try some Hindi right now, Mark Wood का आंकड़े तो अभी इस बार
ऐसे मत बोल भाई.
थोड़ा कहानियां तो बता दो.
Yeah, Mark Wood, I knew that he will be a trouble for Delhi actually today because just pace, man. Pace is pace, yeah. Pace is pace, but only when it is put in the right areas, which Mark Wood does quite consistently with his.
I mean, it's funny that you mentioned pace because one of the comments earlier came through from, I don't know what person in the comments, but he said, who's going to win that Swiggy Instamart fastest delivery?
Umran Malik.
It's either Umran Malik or Mark Wood or Andrik Nokia.
Or Lockie Ferguson. There are 4 candidates.
Yeah, there are 4 candidates. But I was pretty impressed with Hunger Gaker yesterday bowling 143, 144. I know he's not going to threaten that award, but still. And his run-up. What do you make of his run-up?
Run-up was quite weird, actually. I mean,
it's like doing a fast march pass, no?
Yeah, fast march pass, and his run-up actually adds nothing to his delivery.
Yeah.
Because most run-ups, you want it to, you know, add some momentum into your delivery stride, and I don't think that is the case at all. With Hunger Gaker. So his run-up is just about reaching the pitch. Him and Bumrah as well. I don't think run-up से कुछ फर्क पड़ता.
Shots are fast. And it's one bounce. Unfortunate, but look,
I'm just happy वहाँ पे कोई fielder नहीं था.
True. And the fact that it's just 2 more balls for this power play to get over. So I think Delhi want to maximize big time. Remember, they still need to chase 180. So they're starting off at the get-go from 9+. Who are the batters to come, Shobh? I know that they will use the impact sub.
Riley Rizzo to come,
Yep.
Akshar to come, Robin Powell to come, and then Aman Hakim Khan,
Oh, that is
our
so.
impact player for the day. I hope he creates.
Do you think? Oh, he's already been substituted.
He has been substituted in. The moment Khalil Ahmed bowled his last ball, he was subbed out, and Aman Hakim Khan was placed at the bar.
So would that
boundary
be your
line.
bet as well? I mean, there was Manish Pandey was lurking.
See, so my point is that the kind of top seven that Delhi have for this game,
Yeah,
Manish Pandey had no business batting anywhere in that top
not a
seven.
chance.
So 8 पे उसको बैटिंग कराने से अच्छा था it is to bring someone who can strike the ball from the word go.
Yeah,
Aman Hakim Khan has the reputation of a slogger. So the slog may come off, it may not come off, but if it does, you are still giving yourself a better chance than having Manish Pandey in the side. So
True.
that is where I feel Aman Hakim Khan is.
Oh,
Okay,
that's a brilliant
yaar.
ball. That's a brilliant ball. It's a brilliant
Arey,
comeback from
spin lao
Avesh.
yaar, spin lao
47 for
bhai.
2, 6 overs. I'll ask Shobh how he feels as a Delhi fan right now, because in 24 hours, I'll be feeling absolutely like him in terms of a Bangalore fan.
Hey, do you think it will rain tomorrow at this time? Because the clouds have been hovering over the Bangalore sky.
You know what I would love for the season to get underway? An 8-over contest, Chinnaswamy under lights.
But why an 8-over contest?
I remember that game where it was, I think we played a 10-over game against KKR where Mandeep Singh got us over the line chasing 109. Then there was an 8-over contest against Chennai where we needed 106, and I think we won that game. I might be wrong, but I think we won that game. Oh, you're a girl, so I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Varsha. It's, being queer can be confusing when encountered for the first time. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I hope you're enjoying the Bharat Premier League. We can't, of course, take the right name, but right now, as we're seeing on our screen, whenever you're watching, sync your streams in, by the way, because it's easier to kind of communicate that way. There will be a lag at times, but it's always fun to see what's happening in terms of the periphery as well. Gautam Gambhir always animated. We were thinking of calling
Gautam
this
Gambhir animated.
always.
Okay,
Always.
I get the sarcastic tone now.
I mean, at times I know his name doesn't suggest so, because his name is literally meaning serious, but you never know.
Yeah, 4 over 40 for no loss, and now 6 over 47 for 2. I mean,
That is
all
true.
my dreams have come crashing down.
I think Mark Wood is a purple cap candidate. Would you rule him up just because he's
Just
an injury
because
prone?
He is injury prone. I don't see him play all the matches. Mark Wood, Chopra, Archer, Lockie, Ferguson as well. I don't see them playing more than 8 games.
Yeah.
Lockie, Ferguson might, but Wood and Archer for sure. If they play 10 games, it would be a bonus for their side.
100%.
So that is why they are not the purple cap contenders for me.
I'll put you on the spot then.
And
If
Richmond, yeah.
you had to choose who's going to have a better IPL, BPL, would it be Wood or would it be Archer?
क्या सवाल है यार ये?
Because you brought both of them up, and I just
I
was
brought
thinking
both
about
of them up, but I am not aware of how fit they are.
True.
है ना? But I will say Archer right now because he's just beast one.
But did he do much in the SC20?
Archer was decent. He
Was
was
decent.
not outstanding, but
Yeah.
he was decent.
And those Bangladesh ODI,
But
the T20s?
I feel, yeah, he was. I did not follow that at all. Sorry.
Yeah, the PSL was going on, of course. So, can't really
The
blame him there.
PSL, a lot of other work was going on as well. But and also another factor why I think Archer, because Archer will be playing at Wankhede, and I think he would love those pitches. Man.
That is
There
true.
will be swing on offer early on. There will be pace and bounce consistently, and Archer is just.
Archer's brilliant. I mean, and the fact that he's going to potentially fill in that Bumrah void, you can make sense of that in some
I
way or
just
the
want
other.
to see one of the things I'm really looking forward to in this IPL is to watch Mumbai play without both Archer and Bumrah. So what will happen to their bowling in Wankhede in those cases? And that would be a sight to behold.
I mean, tomorrow, the prospect of Archer going to Kohli from one end, and then Kohli can take guard from the other end and face Arjun Tendulkar. Imagine that. Imagine that. Arjun Tendulkar and Jafra Archer sharing the new ball. Anything has happened. I mean, anything is possible. I mean, anything can happen, I should say, but anything is possible in the greatest T20 league mankind has ever seen. I mean, I'm just trying. Yeah, I was going to ask you about Sarfaraz right now, okay, as a Delhi fan, and talk to me about what you want him to be and what you think he'll end up being in real life. in terms of this year's
It's
tournament?
a very complicated question.
So what's your high ceiling expectations of Sarfaraz?
My high ceiling expect see the kind of combination that Delhi will have. I mean, he's not going to bat in the top three for sure.
Yeah.
I want him to be our spin basher.
Okay.
Someone who can take on spin in the middle overs. He has the game. He can play those.
And does his
sweep
domestic
shots.
numbers suggest that he's a spin
Yeah,
master? Okay.
he can be a spin passer. He's excellent against spin. If you remember last year, he was in contention to make his test debut in Bangladesh, primarily because of his strong game against spinners.
Correct.
He is excellent with the sweep shots, and that is something that can come in very handy against spin.
Yeah.
So that is where, since we don't have Pant, I want him to embrace Pant's role completely. Barring the captaincy duties, he can be the spin passer that we expect from Pant, and he is the wicketkeeper, of course.
Yeah, 100%.
So he is that key player for Delhi, and he needs to come off well in this season. So,
and how much do you if you had to give him a number on 10 for his keeping today?
7.5.
7.5? It's fair. It's fair. So I think Sarfu will take that.
I mean, Sarfu might take that.
Oh! I'm sure he has a shot at it. No, he's out. It was probably one of the most spectacular shots in the history of T20 mankind. It was ridiculous. I mean, talk about the improvement, or the improvisation, I should say, in terms of that shot. Because Wood has absolutely done him, Shub. Absolutely done him in terms of the shot ball.
This is Mark Wood, bro.
This is
That
Mark
is why I was scared of this guy. He gained a over Saj, and he's taken 3 wickets for 2 runs. Both those runs came off extras. So Mark Wood has dismissed 3 Delhi batters without conceding a run off the bat. I guess.
Wow.
No. He conceded a run to Warner. So
He
just
did.
1 run off the bat, 3 wickets.
Yeah.
He has. I mean, Delhi had an excellent start, but
I mean, it's clear that he's making a mark. Or should I say he's ruffling the wood.
I knew you would have fun for Wood as well.
There is, of course, guests always welcome on the Watchalong. We'll bring another one in terms of our faces. Right now, guess who it is till we bring him on?
Drum rolls.
Drum rolls. Drum rolls. We'll be back soon. And soon enough, it is a man who always has a brilliant smile. The Colgate smile is what they call it.
Brilliant smile on his face, and I am quite glum right now. I mean,
I'll tell you why. I can predict why Nick's is smiling, because maybe
Mahmood was his captain.
Maybe Mahmood is his captain, or he just got another prediction out of his million predictions right. It's a joke. Hi, Nick. How's it going?
Yeah. Can you smell the wood?
Yeah. Smell the wood.
But incredible, of course. You expected that from Mark.
Which wicket did you like the most?
Mitchell Marsh.
For
Is
sure.
this a highway? What you're trying to do to Mark Wood first, but you're trying to play on the up like that? Wow. Kudos to the bravery.
Just the arrogance, or I should say the Aussie naivety.
I mean, see, it's okay. You want to back the game, but dude, he's bowling rocket. Just at least give yourself one ball. I don't blame Sarfaraz. I don't blame Shaw. They both got beaten by pace and bounce. Mitchell Marsh got himself out.
But Nick, would you blame Delhi for sending Sarfaraz when Wood was bowling really well? I mean, we both know that he is a much better player of spin than pace. So I felt that Riley Rizzo could have been sent at number 4. Oh, yeah, at number 4 instead of Sarfaraz.
Sir, Papa Ponting always saves bigger people.
I'm just asking, what do you think should have been done?
Of course not. Of course not. Why do you have Riley Rizzo in the team if you don't think he can play spin, play pace? What are you going to save him from Ravi Bishnoi?
Exactly.
So again, it's just one of those classic Delhi things that they keep doing, and
do
you wonder.
One tactical blunder every game.
It's a given. ये तो मिलेगा ही. हाँ, ये तो तुमको फ्री में मिलेगा. उसके ऊपर कुछ और चाहिए.
This is going to be an interesting battle because our statsman Ani's pinged us, and I think I heard Ian Bishop as well on comms saying that Bishnoi versus Warner is a perfect matchup. Next 3 times he's got him, I think.
Yep.
That's pretty
3
crazy.
times in 6 balls.
Imagine not even kind of properly, cementing your place as an Indian player, and you had Warner on toast in your young career, and that's Ravi Bishnoi for you.
Yeah. It just
This
tells you what the
Bishop
senior team has been missing for a long time.
has, sorry.
It just tells you what the senior team has been missing for a long time, but they
Yeah.
still go back to their traditional picks.
In fact, there are two players that they've been probably forgotten men in Indian cricket: Ravi Bishnoi and Avesh Khan. And I don't know, Dada Dravid. Can you, because you said Papa Ponting? I don't know what Daddy Dravid, because I think. Can you answer that for us? But okay, jokes apart, guys. I still have faith in this Delhi team right now to pull this off. I might sound ridiculous right now. I'm backing it on recency bias, of course. What I saw Riley Russo do in the PSL, do in that T20 series. It was not that crazy in that T20 series, but it was all right. And then they have Powell and Akshar, who's a decent batter. So, in terms of odds, what are you giving it? Is it 65-35 Delhi? I mean, LHC right now? 30-70. Okay. Fair.
Not even passing marks for Delhi right now.
Yeah, but like I know it's a dumb.
They need a
obvious
big
thing to
partnership
say.
right now. If they get a big partnership, then the stage could be set for Akshar and Powell. But if they don't get a big partnership, if any of these get out before the score crosses 100, then Delhi will be in trouble, because then it would be too much to ask from Powell and
True,
Akshar.
but having said that, if there's anyone who would like Delhi to kind of not get out and bat, is Warner. If Warner is just there for 50, 60, 70 overs.
Yeah, sure. No, if I have to pick one, if you give me assurance that the batter will play till the end, then I will pick Riley. Because he can play more crazy shots than Warner, and he can access all parts of the ground. So if Riley plays till the end, then Delhi will definitely win. Warner will take the game deep, and it can always get tricky in the last over. So that is where I will pick Riley above Warner to bat till the end.
For sure. I mean, the asking rate right now is nearly 12. So it gives you an impression that, look, Delhi with Ponting there, with Dada there, I'm guessing.
With Watson there, with Ajit Agarkar there,
James
with Praveen Amre there, with James Hope there. Assistant coach के भी assistant coach, उनके भी assistant coach, उसका भी assistant coach है उनके.
And Gurkirat there. Gurkirat, I think, is there maybe. After those devious calls and all, he might have found himself in the Delhi dugout. The person that we can't pronounce in German, she's commented once again saying that was a pretty bad knock from Sarfaraz in the context of a T20. The strike rate below is inexcusable in 9 balls faced.
I think Sarfaraz was hard done by the tactic to send him at number 4. It should have been the number 5 batter.
For sure. By the way, is this Wood's first game for Lucknow? He didn't play last year, right?
He did not. He did not even join the squad last year.
Yeah, imagine like the folks watching.
He just saw the jersey last year and he said, "Musse nahi ho payega."
Exactly. So I'm just thinking to myself, all those people watching in Durham or Newcastle or Tyneside right now, where Mark Wood is from, must be having a laugh, because he's figured, in terms of his figures, 3 for 3 in his 2 overs. Quite ridiculous. Another comment coming through saying, I actually have Rahul Dravid stencil hanging over my desk, so anytime I want to give up, I look at the wall telling me stick around.
That's
a good way to look at it, actually.
I might try something like that.
Yeah, patience and determination. I should actually get a wall in my house which is just based around Dravid. Yeah, because I actually like him so much. Like, good bloke.
But Shubh, how long before Russo attempts a reverse sweep?
Whoa! Nearly a call.
भाई पहले वो टिक जाए, वो आउट ना हो, ऐसा यही चाहता हूँ मैं.
Yeah.
He'll play one.
Soon though.
And by the way, sorry, a fun fact about Mark Wood. This is his second BPL game, Bharat Premier League game. That is first one Chennai in 2018.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ani Statsman. Last season, Lucknow jersey was better. Was it really, Vikrant? I don't think so, my friend. Vikrant, by the way, if you're new, tell a friend to watch us right now. Subscribe. Their goodie bags to be won. Predict in the comments below who's going to win this match. Is it Shubh's Delhi or is it, of course, UP?
Lucknow.
I was going to say UP. UP Giants.
But I think they had the best jumper or jumpsuit, if you want to call it.
But Nick, I mean, I know you have a lot of friends in the cricket fraternity. Are there a lot of Lucknow friends in your contact book or none at all, like fans?
I think they're just starting out. So many of them are still getting a hang of who's playing for them and who's not. And of course, KL Rahul has many friends and families and fans and foes and whatever you want to call it. So I think they have a lot. They may not be out in the open because they also have Gambhir, which I don't know if everybody is always on the same page or same syllabus with him. So that can happen. But actually, going back to the point, I think I was happy because I made Wood second innings captain. So that was a very sweet to see those 3 wickets fall that way.
Well done.
पैसे कमाओ यहाँ पूरी टीम का पूरा हिसाब किताब दिखा दूंगा. Oh, wide.
Oh my
Will he
God.
give it a wide?
It is a wide.
Of course.
Shub
by
is
the way,
asking for a wide as if it's a 10 run ball. That will he give in 10 runs?
रन के लिए यार अभी तुम्हें क्या क्या बताऊं भाई.
Jagmeet, unfortunately, Gurkiat won't be coming today. I don't know why. It's his beloved Delhi, so that's why I'm guessing. Right. In terms of this impact player, I love how it's worked out for Christopher Gautam. Call me
Yep.
Spidey. I'm very scared to ask you, man, how it'll go. We'll come to Bangalore in just a bit. But about this impact player, we've seen so many impact players right now. I say so many, about 8. I mean, the usage of Christopher Gautam, who would have ever predicted that show?
So I don't think even I said it in this watch along itself when I was with Som that Delhi bowled rubbish length. They kept Sakaria, especially he just kept pulling it full right under the bat, and that is what he did to Gotham as well. So I think it was more to do with Delhi's bowling in that over than what Krishna Gotham did. Of course, Gotham has that striking power. We all know that, but he also is limited when the ball is not pitched in his arc. But Zakaria just landed it, served him on a platter, and
Correct. I mean,
Gotham
my
covered
my
it up.
question is, in terms of from a Lucknow think tank perspective, Nix, was that decision taken in the 19th over from Gambhir saying, you know what, if Badoni gets out here, may as well just throw in Gautam right now because he's anyway going to be a sub.
Yeah, I felt this is probably the best timed or the best impactful impact player substitution so far because it resulted in immediate impact.
Yeah.
So in the end, you always knew that Delhi have enough left-handers for him to bowl.
But sorry to cut you off. What if Badoni didn't get out? Would we have
Yeah.
still seen Christopher Gautam being the impact player, or would they have gone for someone else? Was it just because he had that one ball and they wanted to maximize that one ball which they got?
Yep. Yeah.
I think it would have
Yeah.
been the same in that case as well because the pitch has some grip and he's an off spinner.
Who were the
and
other
he
bowling
has that
options that Lucknow had?
I'm not sure.
Let's actually check it out now. Cricket.com app. Perfect
Live
place
blog
to
पे
see
होगा
it.
भाई, हाथ में लिखा होगा.
Hardik
Yeah.
ne likha hoga live blog page. So the
Yeah. So I
Lucknow.
think we discussed those options, but I felt
Amit
as you
Mishra
said,
was an option. So I think Amit Mishra, Michi bhai was there in the subs list. Yeah.
yeah,
Shiva.
he is.
So I think
I think
if there is a strong case he would have come in at the last ball if Badoni had not got out on the penultimate ball.
Yeah, I mean that would have been a good show.
Because Mishra, I mean more. But again, matchup wise, Gotham also makes sense.
Live blog. Where is he put it?
yeah.
in live?
And even if Gotham doesn't get you wickets, he keeps the runs down most of the times.
No,
And
but there's
even-
Daniel Sam's also there. So
No,
Prerak
Daniel Sam
Mankad.
But you can't take Sams, right? You already have 4.
Oh yeah, sorry, we're missing because of the
Yeah.
international. So
Yeah,
Gautam, Yash Thakur,
Yes, Tagore was a
Yeah.
bowler.
Mankad, and Amit Mishra.
Prerak Mankad all rounder. Amit Mishra. I think Amit Mishra or Gotham में से ही कोई pick होगा.
कोई था, हाँ.
And
I
next,
think
by the way,
Gautam-
this is the Delhi Impact one. Do you agree with Aman Hakim Khan, or would you have gone with someone else? Because Lalit Yadav, remember, he won that game also against Mumbai last year.
See, to be very, very honest, I expected Manish Pandey to be the impact player. I
Same.
wouldn't lie. That's what I assume he will be. Of course, we've heard from Ponting and Shub emphasized on it. Even the word that Ponting used, that ultra impressive is what he found him, and which
Yeah.
is why he's in the squad and in this lineup. So again, very keen to see where. I think maybe it's an indicator also that they think that this is their top order fixed.
Yeah.
This is not going to change.
Exactly.
So whatever changes will come, they will only happen post Sarfaraz or Aksar. So maybe that's why they felt that Aman might just do the job
Imagine
with the.
that, from a Manish Pandey perspective, he's not playing his own derby. The fact that he's represented Lucknow and now Delhi, it's a fixture which is probably going to be named after him. The IPL legend that he is, the BPL legend that he is. 63 for 3, 9.2. Russo's got his irons, played a spanking shot at the offside right now after the resumption of the timeout. And Warner is not being trademark Warner, but
Warner has to play this way, so he has to guide the innings. And
Tikna, basically.
Riley Raghu will take the mantle to score runs. But I think Warner is going to play this anchor role and bat throughout the innings. And not just this game. I think this is going to be his role throughout the season actually for Delhi. So I'm not surprised at Warner's approach, but one of them will also have to press their foot on the accelerator.
But so far, is he kind of already made his mind up saying, okay, fine, I need to be watchful here because he's lost wickets around him?
I think he has. Otherwise, Warner would have gone for a big shot.
Or is it because maybe the fact that he knows that Bishnoi has troubled him in the past?
That too, but if it was only about Bishnoi.
Oh, short, Riley Russo, six, surely.
Short.
One bounce. Lucknow has some big boundaries. Riley Russo scores. Riley Russo scores in T20s and Indian soil in 2015. 100, and then literally after the 100, it's Ajit Agarkar.
Sunna Kumari.
Also,
But it's a poor ball though. This right in the arc where he wants it.
This is what we need now.
I mean, but we know that Ravi Bishnoi bowls more googlies than the stock ball, right? So I think
Make him sweep now. Make him sweep. Get him to top edge.
Full toss. Oh, that's not going to cause any top edge because that's
Oh!
Tosses. Oh no! What happened? Oh, he stepped on it. It's 6. Saying without gun.
Dur maar be. Bada ground hai yaar.
Show bad his cojones in his mouth.
Ravi Shastri said, "Thodi der ke liye."
So they've gone. They're covered up for Mayors.
They've covered up. I mean, this would have been a shocking way to get out.
Man, nikal jata bhi. Yahan se bhai mindset.
I mean, it went to pretty much a long.
Hey, yaar.
And Unat cut, well, what to say? Vikrant going on to say, I'm confused this season if it's Lucknow or Delhi or England's national team jersey. Shout out to you guys. Don't keep it up. Thank you. We apologize also for the last Watchalong and this Watchalong. A bunch of changes. There's been a bunch of difficulties, but we're going to get it right. We promise you that.
A bunch of changes without tests. So
yeah, exactly. It was a last-minute scramble. We were moving from the women's Premier League to, of course, the men's. But right now we're here, and it's going to get better. Vikrant.
Mahila Bharatiya Premier League, Purush Bharatiya Premier League,
the PPL. But yeah, so far good over though. Show from a Delhi perspective because they're behind the 8 ball.
Would have been disastrous if Riley had gotten out on a full toss.
Yeah.
But thankfully it did not.
Okay, boys, answer that one from Vipul Anand, which is a comment really. Seeing how first 3 wickets fell, do you think Delhi took the wrong approach while playing Wood, or generally Wood bowling was so good?
Wood was bowling good, but the approach wasn't great, especially from Marsh as well. I think Marsh was so used to playing Indian seamers in that one-day series. He just saw the length and he thought, "Isko bhi main waise hi maar dunga," but nahi bhai. Itna pace with the ball aata hai, it went.
Yeah.
The ball hit the stone before his bat could come down, basically. So apart from that, Shaw, I expected that dismissal, and Sarfaraz, the intention was right. It just did not come off.
Oh, has he taken a blinder? Oh, sorry. I got excited for no reason. But I mean, you can understand why. We're watching this in mute. We're watching this in mute. That's true. It's just that, like, he just spanked it.
But yeah, to answer this, Wood was actually super.
Wood was actually super. Yeah.
Except Mitchell Marsh, everyone, I mean, both of his other wickets are based on his own ability alone.
I mean, Christopher Gautam, I know is not
getting
like
grip of the pitch. You kahan hai yaar?
Ashwin or something, but can still grow a mighty tweak. Unat cut in his low performances and the tournament continues. Always hype, but fails to deliver and bite.
आधा मतलब 10 ओवर भी नहीं हुए, थोड़ा तो मतलब just cutting some slack.
I mean, Riley Russo literally playing tennis forehand for a single there. I mean, he had to by the looks of it. And yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking about it from a Delhi perspective, right? They have some tough games up front.
So Delhi's schedule, एक home game, फिर away, फिर home, फिर away, फिर home, फिर away.
Correct.
They
Logistically,
it is always up and down. I mean, they don't have 2 home games in a row throughout the season.
Correct.
So I think they are hard done there quite a bit.
Because say they get the points here, right? They can still take some confidence going into that Tuesday night fixture against Gujarat at the Kotla.
Yeah.
And that is, of course, no small game because I don't know when Hardik Pandya's luck as a Gujarat captain is going to run up, but right now it's not going to. You guys missing the fun of Bhojpuri commentary. Fun fact.
We watched the highlights in that.
Yeah. I actually saw a couple of memes as well where they were describing the action.
Okay, guys, we have our impact player joining
in. The impact player.
I am the one who will be subbed out.
Darren Lehman.
So
Rahman Pearl makes way. 1 second. Will come on right now. Rahman Powell with a white shirt. Looking smart.
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate.
Hello.
Rahman. How are you,
Yeah,
Rahman?
man, I'm feeling really well. How are you feeling?
Yeah. You waiting for your turn to bat?
Yeah, man, looking forward to bat on this wicket. It looks a very good wicket.
That's a very good wicket. Ooh, another full toss. I don't know if you saw that shocking fielding, Rahman, about that Unafka drop.
Yeah, man, I'm thinking even I should, after the luck that I had in last season, I should be getting a couple of chances. And such full tosses, I really feel I can get those full tosses.
Yeah, I mean, your compatriot had some luck. Probably the easiest drop or catch you'd possibly want to take. Talk to me about that. Give me one word in the Caribbean dictionary, Rahman, to describe that.
You made your own luck, man.
Oh, luck, man. Are you batting a little bit lower down? Why are you with us right now?
Yeah, because I just want to assess the conditions. This is a good place to assess the conditions.
You guys in the driver's seat, you see it, Rahman?
Yeah, I want to take some inputs from Nikhil as well on how to bat on this surface.
Nikhil, you want to ask Rahman? I mean, it's an exclusive here, to be fair.
Yeah. How do you feel about facing spin? Do you face the
Love it.
legends in the nets?
Love it. As long as they're bowling full tosses, I love it.
Oh,
That's
God.
good. That's good.
Okay, so we're going to ask Som to snap out of the Rahman Powell thing now because I think even he's
Enough.
He's done it.
Impromptu.
Impromptu indeed. But yeah, we were just discussing a bunch of things about Delhi's fixtures, the impact players and whatnot. But right now, I don't know, Cricklytics, as much as I love you, you suggest some really devious predictions. Right? Oh, well fielded. Oh, unfortunate.
That attempt deserved a stop.
That's for sure. So are you backing Russo and Warner here? Come on, be bold.
See, I was backing Russo because I want Delhi to play him over Marsh.
Okay. And secretly, in the grander scheme of things, who are you hoping wins this?
It's difficult because both of these teams are in my top 4 predictions.
Correct. That's what I'm asking you.
So I think I want Delhi to win as many as they can because I know Lucknow are eventually going to find those wins and qualify. So, yeah.
So you want Delhi to win tonight, maybe? Yeah.
I want them, but I think they will need a masterclass from Rahman Powell.
He's yet to come. I think, has he? I remember that one game where he batted slightly lower down. From what is his perfect position? Or yours?
Entry point.
Yeah.
I think,
Do you think
sometime around now would be decent.
So
not bad, but not that doesn't mean that Delhi should lose a wicket.
No, so you're kind of in agreement with what they've done so far tonight. Sarfu at 4. At 3, they've said Marsh, who of course played that shit shot, and then the 2 openers which will be there.
Yeah, I mean, what else could have done? They could have probably. But that makes Sarfaraz's job that much more difficult, right? He's already just. I mean, let's be fair. This is on. We can just call it this debut season, right?
Yeah.
Whatever is done before in the Bharat Premier League doesn't count.
I mean, absolutely. Nix, I'll come to you now because that's it's a word that you love using in terms of usage, literally. What is the best usage of Sarfaraz and how did Delhi get the best out of that batting lineup? Because there's some amazing firepower, but how would you do it if you were Papa Ponting?
I wish I was, firstly, but yeah, I think I would obviously match up pace better for Relly. I felt it is a natural spot for him to bat when Wood was bowling. When you want your experienced players to take on that role. Delhi, even in the last season, had many instances where the spinners were bowling and they sent in a Marsh, they sent in a Rahman Powell at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And that's where you felt it is an ideal entry point for something like a Sarfaraz Khan. Because then he can do that job better. He can move them around. And that's out.
Oh, no, it might be pitching outside leg. So it's pitching outside leg. That's what even Anil Chaudhary thinks.
I don't think so.
But he shuffled and it did look straight.
It did look straight.
No, I get where you guys are coming from.
It's gone from me.
And they have 2 reviews. They'll take one right now. Riley.
जनता को बताएगा नहीं कि कल मैंने कैसे सही outside leg pitch वाला वो
बताया. Yes, please do that.
And remember, there's no bias call on impact.
Oh, Russo is walking.
Is he walking?
He knows.
No, he's not.
He knows.
Well, but again, poor shot and not called for is just.
At least wait, mate.
He knows.
It can't be plum as they come.
It is plum. It is as plum.
It was straight. I don't know why he did not give it out. Unless there is something that we are obviously missing.
अरे मतलब होगा अभी रिव्यू बट उसको पता है कि आउट है, वो बाउंड्री पे आके खड़ा होगा. He wants to save time. अच्छा है ना भाई, उनको सिर्फ 12 बजे तक मैच चाहिए क्या? This is out, dude. See,
that is how is it not given out?
I don't know. Anil Chaudhary.
What did he wanted to miss?
Anil Chaudhary.
What is the procedure to become an umpire? I think I have a.
Bro, Anil Chaudhary is basically
second career waiting.
He's auditioning for that ad last year. Remember that? Durgatta. Yeah, that one. For this year. Oh.
Could it be outside leg marginally? I don't know. Like one.
Nine. Russo is walking because he knows he's not hit it. Maybe that's the only doubt that Anil Chaudhary might have had.
Or does he think it's going down? Like, yeah, that doesn't look likely.
Nikhil bhai,
it was a
I'm just trying a way to not give it out.
No, he's just trying to be Anil Chaudhary's advocate.
Yeah, well, any benefit of doubt that you can give the umpire that okay, this may be the thinking.
Anil Chaudhary isn't an ICC recognized umpire. He's just BCCI.
He's the BCCI, ICC recognized. ABC recognized.
Why did it take so long, man? This is why we have to stay in office till 12:31.
भाई थर्ड अंपायर के कमरे में दारू सप्लाई करना बंद करो यार.
I mean, the keeper came on to hand checking distance.
They're checking the catch for what?
Huh?
We can hear the boys from the other room saying, "Kya ho raha hai, bhai? Kya ho raha hai? Chalo."
Hey, back of the bat. It is back of the bat.
तो वो अरे
yeah, but
why did they checking that? दो बार आउट
checking that.
भाई तो आउट है.
It is rigged. This.
But one second. Even if it's a review, okay, so they'll give it caught behind.
क्या caught behind देंगे फिर? पर isn't the LBW first?
Yeah.
Exactly. That event happened first, so you have to check for the LBW first. Or did they appeal for the catch only? Who knows?
He knew कि मैं दो बार आउट हूँ.
He walked literally 13 minutes ago. He's still walking off. How big is this stadium, honestly?
Yeah. And for all the shots he played, he is out for 30 of 20. Wow.
Now we'll just wait for Som to exit the room because you have to bat. You're not batted up. Come on.
See, he's like, I was about to say that all the stars are aligned for him to send a hologram.
That was actually trending.
All the stars are aligned. Yeah?
All the stars. I mean, there was a mid-innings clip where there's one presenter, there's Jack Carl's hologram, and there's another presenter, and they're looking at him, and their body is not even moving.
And Over's back.
भाई मेरे को लग रहा था कि मैच रवि बिश्नोई के ओवर डिसाइड करेंगे, तो मार्क वुड ने तो मतलब ऐसे बम के गोले फेंके हैं.
I'll ask you the same question I asked Shobh. Wood or Archer this year? Who's going to be better?
अबे ऐसे अभी तो पूछेगा तो मैं
No, but straight up, yeah.
पहले भी पूछता था मैं वुडी बोलता because I mean I've not seen what Archer can do after an injury, right?
Yeah.
That's a big question mark.
Because both of them are injury prone.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, recency wise,
I mean Wood has been a भाई जो पाकिस्तान की पिच पे बल्लेबाजों को परेशान कर सकता है, मतलब वो बॉलर है.
Is he actually the fastest bowler right now in the world that you wouldn't want to face? Like the one fast bowler. Like he can break your toes. He can.
Him, Nokia as well.
Yeah, but him, bro, he's a little bit more nippy of you. And that quick action, Nokia still bowling machine
Nokia
action.
also is like, I mean, वो Brisbane में भाई वो.
And the thing is, Mark at times may miss his mark, but Nokia rarely does.
Yeah.
So like he's always at you.
Mark Wood in terms of number of games that he can play on a trot. Of course, he's younger.
Yeah.
It does have endurance.
Yeah.
But here's a man who is also he's part of the Pakistan's coaching staff as well.
Talking about a player who never missed his mark while bowling.
Yeah.
मतलब एकदम back of length पे था वैसे.
And he would go around. And like one of the few players who take the ball, go around and then bowl again.
Yeah. But are the Mokel brothers any picks?
I'll be for me.
Either love for Test cricket, I'll pick Morning.
Same.
I'll
never pick Albi purely because
of course. Of
You're
course.
only that.
But I don't see Albi is one of the first loves. Again, when like Somesh asked why Chennai, well, Albi is one of the first loves for T20 cricket. Swing bowler up top, and that lovely action, and then those big sixes. I think, which is why I stopped because I can't get enough praises out for the kind of knocks flair you saw Bravo Morkels in play back then, and it felt like they were so far ahead of other teams how people felt with Mumbai was in 2020. That
Yeah.
so well rounded, so well balanced for different conditions. So, but yeah, I'll be for me for those.
But
Of
someone
course,
like
for that
him
over
of
also.
his age too. I mean, although he was the very first of those T20 cricketers, but he was
Yeah.
legend. At least
Yep,
of this
yep.
format, he was.
Yes, yes.
Going back to that, so I was telling Nix how yesterday I stumbled upon the 2009 final highlights, and then I was watching that RCB chase of 144. You know how Kohli gets up? Guess who gets Kohli out? 2009.
अब उस मैच में तो सब हरमीत सिंह ही आउट
No,
कर रहे थे.
Harmeet got Dravid out. Do you know the answer, Nix? It's a trivia question for all you guys watching.
Was he run out
Who got Virat Kohli
No, no.
out?
in 2009?
Bapre.
Who else? Oja, Harpreet Singh,
No.
Amit Mishra.
No.
And he's asking, so it has to be somebody that we can't think of firstly.
Yeah. That's the clue. That's the clue here. I can give you a clue, but it might ruin it. He was a part-timer.
Don't tell me Rohit Sharma got Kohli.
And Simons.
Yeah, Simon.
I felt so, yeah.
Down the leg side, stump Gilly. Ridiculous. And Kohli was
But that's also how Kohli got his first wicket, right? So,
yeah, exactly.
fair.
First international wicket, right? Yeah.
Yeah, first international wicket.
1 second. Is it just me or is the match just really spiraling out of Delhi? 102-44 is just a joke now.
Yeah.
So when are Warner and Powell going to be pressing the accelerator, dude? Or they're just going to play out what's over?
Would, yeah. I think
But
they'll not
it's
risk
just
it.
one more over to go. I mean, there are hardly any
so-
overs remaining to play out.
So they basically have to just be wary of 8 balls in this innings and rest just go for it. Oh, it's nearly fun. Right? Because you look at the options that Lucknow had apart from Wood, I think they can
True.
take part one of those bowlers, bro.
They have many options. I mean, they have 7 overs to go. Wood is 1. And you have Avesh to bowl 2, and Avesh can be and has had difficult times at times.
Yeah.
So Bishnoi bowls out. They have to bowl 2 from Jaydev. Maybe Myers comes back. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. I think Myers will actually be given a ball. 1 over here, just slip it in.
Maybe. But
Because we've
how
seen
many overs does Bishnoi have?
1 more.
1.
One more. Wood has one more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
So
what,
that's
6?
15.
That's 15. So 5 more overs.
2 of Avesh. 2.
Unattak,
Unadkar has 3 men. 3 left.
तो एक आध तो डालेगा यार, ऐसा थोड़ी है.
हाँ, I think of course. I think एक नहीं ज़्यादा डालना पड़ेगा. Might have to bowl 2.
The over.
Next over Unattak.
That's the over.
Oh, is that out?
Oh, he's going nearly.
Oh.
Has he clocked 150?
Powell literally looked like
146.
there at the moment.
Yeah, actually, no.
For a minute.
Saniji would have given it out because he looked back.
Yeah, and it just gave you an optical illusion about how Sarfraz is batting these days. So 7 overs left. Delhi still need 100 plus. It's good time to call Shub back into proceeding. Just want to see his emotions right now. We'll just keep him here, let him not talk.
छुप गया भाई, वो गया.
Let him not talk. We'll just be like,
मुंह छुपा के बैठ गया है वो.
Don't take the risk before tomorrow, Avnish. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, I know.
I just want these two to be. I mean, I have no role to play when Delhi or Bangalore are playing.
There is no scope only.
Unbelievable.
मैंने
Unnecessary.
क्या बोला? मैंने कुछ negative नहीं बोला.
First of all, you know what he said, Nick? He's saying, yeah, you know which team I predicted to come last, right? I said, I don't know, Kolkata, right? Said no bad.
Yeah, the team
And then he
which
laughs.
the team which I feel
How
has
does he
the
laugh after that?
I just felt the team which has the weakest batting lineup. I mean, it's pretty simple.
He has the best batter.
It has, but it has the weakest batting
Oi.
lineup.
Yeah.
Oh. So no nut cut.
Okay.
No bowling out.
Predictions. Bishna to get one out 4th time in his career. He's
Oh,
had
if
one
he-
out.
If attempts a reverse sweep, then yes.
Bro, 3 times.
Wow.
Ask me how I know that.
Oh,
Cricket.com.
Cricket.com.
Yeah,
Of course.
Cricket.com
Where
app.
else? Matchup, bye, matchup.
So 41. He has to go, Warner. He has to go. What is this?
Can they play this over out and then play Woods next over out with 4 over में 100 run बनाएंगे?
Maybe. You always keep saying something about Warner, right? That he's the perfect kind of anchor.
हाँ, but अभी तो ये
Today he's looked off color.
अभी तो ये anchor type का anchor खेल रहा है.
But why is Warner looked off color?
Yeah, because everyone is like batting sitting duck against Mark Wood. क्या खेला?
Again, the lens, Vishnu.
Vipuran is saying something. I feel Delhi needs Nokia or Rahman to sharpen bowling, of course. I think they thought even when Lucknow gets to 100, they can change it. But this bowling, what do you think? Who do you think they will drop? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want them to play Russo and Powell and Warner and replace Marsh with a Nokia.
Yeah, fair. So obviously they.
And this is not because Marsh got out on a duck. You guys can have me on record saying that I want them to play Russo.
Who are the other internationals? I know they have Phil Salt as a bowler. Who else do they have?
उसमें रहमान and और कौन ओपनर लिया उन्होंने? कोई और ओपनर और लिया हुआ एक दो? बहुत सारे ओपनर लिए उन्होंने.
Yeah, but
कोई बॉलर भी होगा?
Don't dig up. That's out.
Oh, he could be gone here. He is. Rahman Powell's back in the hut with us, Rahman. I mean, 3 balls early.
What, man? I thought they'll bowl full toss.
Full tosses. Yeah, that's what.
Not good, man. Not good. This is not the Caribbean attitude.
But honestly, another wicket with the googly. I don't know why they can't pick Bishnoi like a book nowadays. 94 for 5, and really Delhi staring down the barrel. It's important for them not to, of course, lose by big because we know how net run rate hurts teams. I would know that best. But yeah,
of course.
Honestly,
of course.
Calculator तो क्या पता कल से निकल.
I was about to say he may have few more extra calculator apps on his mobile phone.
You know the best part about Bangalore home games though, I wouldn't be in the Watchalong studio because if you guys want to like poke fun at me, it'll be like the next day, which will all be forgotten. So I'll have to leave early because I'm going to go to the stadium and talk to fans. So we'll be just part of our own plan. There won't be so.
I mean, sorrow. I mean, there's a good saying, "बांटने से गम कम होता है." So yeah, you might be the better place to be.
Okay, one sec. Where are you predicting Bangalore will finish? Knicks.
I think they'll miss out purely because I don't think Maxwell is fit, 100% fit.
So he's miss out by like a lot, or do you think like flirt with fourth?
Yeah, like, I'm coming to that. I think their top 3 will decide their fortunes once again. How surprising! But if the top 3 doesn't click, 2 of them, not 1 of them, and it doesn't have to be Rajat Patidar.
पहले बता 3 तो injured है.
Exactly. So Faf, Kohli, and of course there's no one in the. So they'll have to push somebody up, whether it is Suyash or whoever it is. They have to click. I don't think there is any other way. They can't overexpose Maxwell. You can't always rely on DK. You will have to have one of your top order having a 2016 kind of season. Yeah. Otherwise, it looks difficult.
So we have Peace Khan replacing Rahman Powell.
Peace Khan.
Peace Khan.
Oh, Ahmad Nakeem. And Warner is just basically playing what for T? For T and day 2 of this.
But did you? Sorry to just say this again, but did you see a Punjab captain play the Punjab captain way today?
Yeah, true.
Gabbar.
There's something about Punjab captaincy.
It just, I mean, there were a lot of tweets that, okay, Shikhar, this is how a Punjab captain bags. And I was like, just look at the strike rate, it's still the same. It just looks.
Who was a Punjab captain before KL? Ashwin. Vijay.
Ashwin, उसके पहले तो इंशाल्लाह.
Oh yeah.
कौन नहीं था भाई?
कौन नहीं था?
अक्षर पटेल,
विजय.
Bailey.
Bailey था. Maxwell था. नहीं.
Maxwell also was.
Maxwell is there only for a brief while, I think.
I think the only Punjab captain with real intent was Adam Gilchrist.
Really?
Yeah.
Yuvraj Singh भी slow खेलता था, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yuvraj Singh for India was a different beast than Yuvraj Singh for Punjab.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marsh never captain as well. Fair. So you guys have got your wish. Unatkar has come back on, of course, after conceding 17.
भाई wish वाली बात नहीं है फिर और कौन कराएगा वो thing?
Yeah, but now what?
They need at least like 4 boundaries this over. Minimum 4.
Needed.
Boom or bust. He goes after Unatkar straight away.
Yeah,
and he gets
that's one.
Okay, come on. We need to see something from David Warner. I'm not a Delhi fan by any stretch, but at least for Shubhan, Gurkirat and lads like those, I want them to at least be not that.
So because you're a Kohli fan, you should have a soft spot for Delhi too.
Not at all. Not at all. So, I mean, I don't encourage guns.
Kohli has 3 homes: Delhi, Mumbai, and Bangalore. So you should have a soft spot for all these 3 cities.
And Vizag.
Vizag में क्या है?
The runs he scored, the important 3 hours.
अबे runs कहाँ नहीं बनाए उसने?
Vizag.
कहाँ नहीं बनाए बताओ? I think Lords छोड़ के.
सचिन ने भी नहीं बनाया भाई.
Lords में बड़े लोग नहीं खेलते भाई. बड़े लोगों के लिए है ही नहीं Lords.
Yeah, actually. Look at Chappal Chor being again just.
Hi Chappal.
Hi Chor. Delhi Capitals condition is same as Manish Sisodia. No hopes. I have no idea who that Manish Sisodia is.
कोई बात नहीं यार.
I mean, I do, but I want to pretend like I don't talk
CDC
about
के
politics. I want to pretend like I don't talk about politics at all. 166 strike rate is Aman Khan. Okay, he's definitely their pocket animal for sure. They have the option of Stoinis also, and I think Warner's playing for net run rate. I don't know. We've never seen Warner ever play for net run rate. It's one way. It's boom or bust. Hopefully, it's boom this time around, but you never know. 101 for 5. What do you make of the Lucknow crowd, guys? The first time I see the Ekana. Some fancy.
I'm very disappointed. Cameraman ने किसी को भी गुटखा खाते हुए नहीं पकड़ा.
All guns or revolvers. Oh, Aman Khan's gone straight away for a single. It's that Vivek Razan meme. Awaz.
ये full sleeve पहन के क्यों आया? Bowling थोड़ी करनी है.
Who?
Peace Khan.
Maybe. When will Delhi send Akshar Patel, the man in form? Question mark. And 2 emojis with.
देखो भाई, मुझे पता नहीं. मुझे लगता है अक्षर पटेल ना नेक्स्ट में बैटिंग करने.
Sorry, I love how they show the fan parks, bro. Random places, Solapur, and then sometimes they will put it in like, I don't know, Mysore, Belgaum. It's crazy. They have a party. Oh, is it out? No, sir.
मुझे लगता है अक्षर पटेल ना जिस भी टीम के लिए खेलता है वह नेट्स में बैटिंग करने आता ही नहीं, क्योंकि सारे कोच को लगता है कि ये बैटिंग कर ही नहीं सकता, तो भेजते ही नहीं उसे बैटिंग पे.
Shit, he's coming 8 down. No, but that's also have some respect for the impact player now. They brought in Aman Khan as an impact player.
ये टूर्नामेंट रिस्पेक्ट का होता ना तो वो डीएंड्रा डॉल्टन को इतने बड़े चिट्ठे लिख के नहीं भेजने पड़ रहे होते. This is like you watching capitalism at play.
That's one way to look at it, I guess. Oh, that's Warner's slowest ever BPL 50.
Yeah, we don't need our statsman to tell us that. I think this is
we can be pretty sure. Brought to you by cricket.com and our slow internet.
So which?
Oh, Davey.
Oh, which is the worst innings? This or Kohli against what was that team last year when he got 50 of 50 balls?
Oh, against Gujarat.
That was Gujarat, yeah.
Yeah, it was Gujarat. Afternoon encounter. He was facing old friends of Pradeep Sangwan. You can't blame him that day.
सही है भाई. कौन नहीं है उसका fan?
By the way, Ani, if you could just tell me David Warner's strike rate when he bats right-handed, please. If you can figure that out. Because I know he has played multiple knocks for that, for sure. 100%. Come on, are we seeing a Warner spectacular? What if he just does a Kyle Mears now?
If he does a Ross Taylor versus Shoaib Akhtar? 2011.
Oh, 20. Oh,
too far back.
Too far.
For the second, I have to just roll back the memory.
जब हम बच्चे थे.
But yeah, Jaidev's big over is out. So they get
how much is this over? 11, 12?
14.
14. Jeez.
2 4s.
So basically, that's the last game that Urazgat's playing this year. For sure. No? Did they have another drama in their scene? Oh, Dan Samsbury's.
Yeah.
Overseas, right? Overseas.
Like Sheldon Jackson, the foreigner.
Yeah.
Jackson, the point player.
Overseas player, impact player.
Impact player.
Okay.
Yes, Avesh is back. So he gets a wicket this over. Let's see.
I'm just trying to do the math, guys. They need a 25 run over somewhere. But when?
They need 2 25 overs somewhere.
I think so. 25 and then just total at 15 will be fine.
2 of Avesh, 1 of Wood.
Okay, come on. Aman Hakim Khan, show me your name, mate. This is the talent where it meets opportunity stage, is what they call it at least. The Bharat Premier League. 84-30, they're playing for net run rate? No. Just going to go for it. Flies. After all the dead bodies,
मरवाओगे तुम चैनल बंद करवाओगे.
This is not
This is not as slow as 50.
It's not as slow.
Oh
as
my
50.
God.
Sorry. We
got ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, blunder.
So what is this slow as 50?
Feature that
Chennai
again.
game. Yeah,
Ronak
Chennai
sir,
game.
can we have that stat
This
somewhere
is
very
not
prominent?
Breaking news. This is not David Warner's slowest 50 in the T20 league, which we all love.
Sorry, Avnish, did you see the clip where Faf was asked? I don't know what he was asked, but he said he's a cup nahi.
I know.
It's not as slow. Yeah, the 50 ball
And then I just
against Chennai in 2018.
But that's what I'm saying, right? I just think some of these things gets lost in translation. Like
Of course.
2018.
Bekasur kya? And
Yeah.
the funniest thing is
I don't think this stat is right.
what?
I don't think he played the 2018 season. Wasn't he banned?
No, this was after.
What after 2018 में after कैसे होता है? No. Anirudh, मेरे भाई.
We need to check that.
कुछ गलत है.
It could be an absolute howler from Ani's end, which we've never seen.
Sorry,
21.
2021. Yeah.
Sorry, 21. Sorry.
Review.
कोई नहीं चलो. Still 50 for 50 2021.
Impact.
Acceptable ना तब वो सीजन उसके लिए सही जा नहीं रहा था.
Yeah.
Impact stats. Should we get an impact stats sub? For sure. Oh, Avaz.
I नहीं
out.
से. And Nicky P.
Who celebrates like that? Udan, come on.
This is that exercise we did to do with the ropes, battle ropes.
Yeah, better.
Venus Gonzalez, good to see you. Lucknow bowling with Wood looks strong, otherwise not.
Yeah. Will they send Kuldeep now or Akshar Patel?
Exercise करते हो भाई तुम लोग सब इसको इतने एक तरफा मैच जीत रहे हो.
It's crazy.
Although I agree with you, but wood है ना उनके पास. अगर तो क्या टीम में से 2-3 प्लेयर निकाल दो सबका.
Was that Avish Khan's first wicket of the night? Because I hope
think so.
Subramaniam's watching. He predicted Avish Khan to land the purple cap. I don't know if it was a left field choice, but the same bloke, Akash, predicted MS Dhoni is the orange captain.
What?
Sorry?
Seriously.
Which game?
No
Which
one-
series?
No one will.
Akash, I'm not even joking. He predicted MS Dhoni as an orange cap winner. And then he was like, no, it might be between Dhoni
So
and Gaikwad.
taking a leaf out of Greenidge Gonzalez, if you take Josh Butler, Sanju Samson, and Shimran Hetmar out of Rajasthan's batting lineup, does it look strong?
Just take Josh Butler out.
Chalo,
Yeah.
Just take
Done.
Josh Butler. Even then, like, I don't know. And
But I think
Greenidge
see-
said, so if who you support in this league, we all loathe at times.
let's take Surya Kumar Yadav out of Mumbai's batting.
Let's take Rashid out of Gujarat.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
They'll still
No,
do fine.
they won't.
Look
I'm
at
pretty
his
sure.
Chapal being cheeky. Look at
No,
Chapal.
they'll find a way.
कि क्या सही सेट टॉप बॉक्स वाला वो फिट हुआ है.
Oh my God, we need the Tata Sky remote ASAP.
Please touch.
Oh,
The TV is going to go off.
touch it. Just touch it. Touch it. No, it's not that one. The Tata Sky one. It's the Tata Sky one.
इतनी गरीबी है.
Meanwhile, we will take Chapal Chor's comment right
3
now.
टीवी और एक रिमोट है. तो रिमोट की लड़ाई
His
होती रहती है भाइयों
his
बहनों.
father scolded him
आप
for
लोगों के-
supporting Bangalore. He said, "He saraf padega nahi." Bro, yeah, absolutely.
Hilarious, guys. Comment of the day, comment of the year.
It's probably one of the comments which might get you
Chapal Chor.
blocked, Chapal Chor. This is
अपना
not allowed.
अब अपना एड्रेस भेजो. कमेंट ऑफ द ईयर के लिए जो भी वाउचर होगा ना वो पक्का भेजूंगा.
Chapal Chor, I don't want to see you in the comments again. It's a joke. Honestly. When Bangalore are beating Mumbai this time of night tomorrow, then we'll see who has egg on whose face. It'll be you, my friend. And you'll have to reveal
टेंशन
your
मत ले,
name.
इसे हिंदी नहीं आती, इसे समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि तू बैंगलोर की बुराई नहीं कर रहा है. कुछ नहीं बोल रहा है वो बैंगलोर.
I know, but generally. I just didn't like the tone of that comment. Even though we can't send sarcasm inside. Guys, look, I honestly want to just get back to this whole point of one important question in terms of the Bangalore-Mumbai game, right? Because a lot of people have been talking about that one game more than any other game this weekend. Maybe Chennai
लॉर्ड ऑफ
was
पीपल क्या खुद ही बात कर रहा है. एक एको चैम्बर बना रखा है ऑफिस का.
up. Who starts favorites?
ऑफ कोर्स मुंबई.
How? Why are you saying that they finished 10th last year?
जो
You know, actually, if
भाई तुम्हारे पास हेजलवुड नहीं है.
if the game
तुम्हारे
was
पास
in
हजारंगा नहीं है.
if the game was
तुम्हारे
in
पास
Wankhede, I
पाकिस्तान
actually
नहीं है.
think we would have started favorites. Bangalore. We have a shit record against Mumbai at home.
विपुल भाई अगर वो प्रमोट कर भी देंगे मोहिपाल नंबर को तो क्या फर्क पड़ जाएगा? कौन सा ऐसा कोई, although I might be eating my words tomorrow when he scores a 35 ball 67
Yes.
most 50 plus scores in IPL, says our stats man David Warner. 60.
Oh my God.
60.
Sot.
Unbelievable भाई. Come on. चलो ठीक. कोहली 49, शिखर धवन 41, 60. Wow. I would have guessed it. अगर कोई मेरे से पूछता तो मैं 20-25 बोलता.
6.
No, but I think even if you take the most force and something, he was also way ahead at certain point.
One leads the way. Because वो चौके मारता है प्यार. चक्के मारने का काम नहीं है.
Yeah. But I think they were always in the race, right? For most 50s, it was always been Warner and Virat.
Oh,
Short, why short?
They need like, I don't know, miracle year from here.
Miracle.
Honestly, it's a joke.
Do you think Virat Kohli will reach a 50-50 tomorrow?
Like him too. He does well against Mumbai.
Yeah.
Actually,
I think this was 2019 when both, I think Rohit did well against Bangalore and Kohli did well in the same game. That was a good game to watch. That was that Malinga no ball game, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, you're talking about the Chinnaswamy game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also had a 90 odd in Wankhede. 2018 though.
Yeah, 90 odd. And then Bumrah got him out, I think.
And that Kohli AB
He had
in Wankhede.
Yeah, every time I think of
that should be out.
He's carried for 6, it's gone.
Yeah, that is.
Boundary.
Again, it was one of those Vivek Razan wickets. So 113 for 6 and Abish is livid. He's livid.
क्यों गुस्सा है? क्यों लड़ रहे हो? क्यों अरे विकेट मिला है भाई, लड़ क्यों रहे हो? लड़ने की जरूरत नहीं है. No.
So 2 for Abish, you'll be happy with that.
Umpire no ball बोल रहा है, नहीं बॉल बोल रहा है.
Spider cam.
Well, that's a good ball
Decent
to
ball.
get Warner out.
Spider cam को तो मैं सौरभ कैम बुलाने वाला हूँ.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, coach is scoring a 50-ball century, lads.
Hope so.
Thanks, Harry Stark.
One of the most watchable players. So
Yeah.
For someone like me, we always want someone like him to do well.
Yeah.
What is your favorite Virat Kohli DPL knock? Ever. For that one, for sure.
Yeah, I think it's very hard to beat it.
भाई जज्बा.
Scoring 100 in a 15-over game.
वही तो था. Yeah, of course. भाई क्या था यार वो.
And you know, see, I mean, just speaking gives me goosebumps. There is one thing about knowing that he can score, and one thing knowing that there is nothing to stop it. And you could literally feel it the way he was going that way. Like the Shivil Kaushik hits, you could just know that he's not going to stop.
Yeah. Actually, now I know he'll be so surprised that he might even fall off his chair. 2016 and 2018 for the 2 seasons where I was actually supporting Bangalore like anything. I wanted them to win the title. 2017 भी होता क्योंकि it just makes sense, but 2017 में Virat was injured.
I've fallen off my chair.
He dislocated his shoulder. 2018 में I used to fight with people के obviously 2018 में Chennai were back and there was this aura around them कि Chennai. I went to the only game I was in Pune back then. The only game I went to see was the Chennai Bangalore game because I was supporting Bangalore.
And Chennai won that.
Chennai won that game, of course.
When Ranchi, nowhere.
Pune. Both Kohli and ABD failed. Parthiv Patel scored.
Jadeja got them out, na? Afternoon game.
Yeah.
Afternoon game. सारा धूप में बैठा हूँ मैं ये Kohli कर रहा हूँ.
You know which Kohli knock I like the best? Against the Pune team at Bangalore. I just think the way he did it in that chase was just a joke. And that too with Dhoni and Smith there, and they had a decent bowling team. 109 came, I mean, it was pretty good. And he actually got us the game as well. So that for me, pick up a lot. But yeah, there's so many that we can pick. Let us know in the comments below which you guys feel is the best Kohli knock. Meanwhile, I think Goff is just closing off this game. It's been honestly all things worthy to praise.
Damn squib.
But just ask you guys this. If if, I know in hindsight we can say a lot of things, but just this one if. Kyle Mayers out in 14. Completely different complexion.
Can't say that.
Why so?
Because Delhi did not bowl really.
That's what Chup said as well.
Towards the end, there were a lot of loose deliveries. They could have, even after that knock, none of us could have imagined that they'll need 190 or 193. That was like at least 20 runs above par.
Yeah, I think when the game was innings was ending, they gave it 36 in 2 last 2 overs.
Yeah.
And for that to happen after the start they did, to give those runs to Ayush and K. Gautam also, just put it beyond them, I felt. Then they would have needed a very great start to counter that and would just close the game out in that first spell.
Yep. Yeah. Greenwich Gonzalez countering my assessment, but yeah, valid point. 140 कैसे बनेंगे देखना पड़ेगा, but yeah,
when we did the irreplaceable players, who do we say for?
For me, it's Hetmeyer. Left-hander, intent player in the middle order. क्या हुआ भाई? Hamstring.
So what are you saying? You're saying if Hetmeyer gets injured, RR no chance.
नहीं, ऐसा तो कभी नहीं होता.
Sorry, but just can you please someone explain me why has Kuldeep Yadav held strike?
Oh yeah, because did he take a single?
Of course, how else is he on strike?
यार कुलदीप यादव नेट्स पे ज़्यादा बैटिंग करता होगा.
I'm guessing now.
अभी तो I won't be surprised if Kuldeep Yadav comes ahead of Akshar Patel to bat.
Oh, he might get 2 here.
Of course, he will take 2.
Vipage देख रहे हो?
Vipage. Kuldeep Yadav.
Yeah, needed Gurkirat for this. Just for this one 10-second bite. That incredible, yeah.
Absolutely.
But a tough night for Delhi fans. Who would have had a worse night? Kolkata fans or Delhi?
Delhi fans for
Delhi
sure.
fans.
Always in the game before the rain came into play. I think with Narayan and Thakur still there, they could have at least. Whatever.
But watching that Kolkata team play out in the middle, actually, was it like watching hopelessness on field in real time?
That's it.
But समझ में आ रहा था कि भाई ये team as a unit.
Yeah, I think it's been like that for some time, right? It's not like only this season. You've seen the similar set of players play in the last few, and they've always looked very disjointed or whatever the right word may be, because it looks very obvious that what will happen, and then who will do what and who will get out in what way. So I mean, you bowl pace to them, you bowl short balls here, back of length, hard 140. It will do the job. But of course, Chennai don't have the pace. So.
Because we've seen quite a few things happen this Saturday in terms of the first Saturday of this year's competition. What are the highlights and what are the lowlights? We'll start with 3 highlights. Give me 3 highlights across these 2 games, which has really made you, I don't know, awestruck in front of the TV.
Awestruck, abhi tak number 1 has to be Ruturaj Gaikwad's knock.
Yeah.
It was so sublime, so beautiful to watch.
Yeah.
Second thing for me, I call it like the approach of Punjab today.
Okay.
Very good, very refreshing. So even if the management has changed the approach, it seems so far that it's consistent. Third, pretty difficult. Because अभी ज़्यादा मैच हुए नहीं. See, Markwood हो सकता है, बोल सकते हैं, but it would be a recency bias. So I just want to digest this.
What about? I'll give you another option. The way Christopher Gautam was thrown as an impact player. Is that a highlight?
यार वो समझ में नहीं आया मुझे.
No, because I asked them the question. So, for example, Badoni didn't get out, right? And would they have sent another specialist bowler? Because they just took a punt on Gautam facing and maximizing that last ball.
I don't think so. I think they always had Gautam in their plans because Delhi has so many left-handers. Gautam plan में था.
So that plan was when
they just wanted to do something different. तो उन्होंने कर दिया. अब actually when Avesh Khan split his dubbing, right? This is the exact. I mean, I was just thinking, what if Avesh Khan was ruled out of this game? Then there's वो hero बने ना जो last ball में.
Short 6.
It could have backfired big time.
That is true.
Because, I mean, I don't know. I mean, is there a time frame mid innings? ऐसा कुछ है क्या कि तभी announce करना है? You can't do it later on. Then why try to be a hero?
But it worked well for them.
It what I mean, see, ends cannot justify the means.
No,
There
but
was
like
there was no logic.
I'm guessing if the broadcasters, I'm sure they'll interview Gambhir and the likes of anyone from Lucknow, they'll say that essentially it was a situational thing.
But how? Even Badoni was hitting sixes. It wasn't like Badoni.
Correct. No,
was
I'm saying to maximize that last ball.
क्यों ये Badoni six मार सकता है भाई ऐसा नहीं उसने
But Badoni was out now. Badoni got out, then they substituted him, and then this guy came through. Krishna Gautam. Because they wanted to, they didn't like the fact that
Yes.
they had,
then something messed up in my head.
yeah.
Then it made some sense, but हाँ
Yeah.
ठीक है चलो.
So Gambhir would say, okay, fine, that last ball we still wanted to maximize to 6 because we don't want to
Yeah.
send
Yeah,
this.
then maybe it's a sharp move. Then
Maybe
maybe
a sharp
I'm
move.
wrong. Yeah.
So basically, out of the whole impact subs, I think that obviously now in hindsight, it's safe to say that was probably the best one. Next for you, low lights, please, because KL Rahul has to be one of that, or is it now just a given?
No, I don't think he qualifies as a low light, not on this deck with that kind of start.
Fair.
Why be recency bias, but that Mitchell Mark start, I feel it's I don't think it was warranted. So I'm not putting it in any order of 1 to 3.
What about Sunil
And-
Narine in the afternoon game? Most expensive spell that he's bowled in this tournament for a while.
No, I'll put the no ball first from Chennai. Very much controllables should have been done. At second, I'll put the drop catch of Kyle Mayers
Yeah.
because it is again controllable. You can control, and the third one then is Mitch Marsh.
Yeah, Mitch Marsh. I mean, plenty has gone on this Saturday, and it's coming to a really dwindling end. This because we expected more fire in the Delhi chase. It hasn't happened. But Lucknow jersey same as Deccan same.
But I mean, overall Chennai bowling attack, they bowled so many no balls.
Who Chennai?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chennai. I think we're just still finding their feet.
Mm.
Out
And
of
even
all
today,
the
Ellis
bowlers.
bowled 2 back-to-back no balls.
There've been some, like, I think
Scratchiness.
Yeah, for sure. Kohli record against Markwood in T20 Nationals.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, but I just find Fleming's post-match interviews very, very insightful. He said that they were probably match underdone in terms of how they wanted to go about their bowling. He said he was very happy with the way the batters kept going for the shots. It did not come off, but he felt that they were probably match underdone. So
No, and plus, I
They're
think
pretty much like our Watchalong, right? We are also
Underdone.
match
Wait,
underdone,
fine.
match underdone.
trying to figure out the best studio.
it just reminds me
lighting,
of
sound,
the
internet.
of the Western show that Soman Gurkira did in the Chennai preview, especially. He went on to say, Dan Weston, that they're going to get all the points pretty much in Chepauk and they just need 3 to 4 wins to eke out. I don't know if it was Dan or you mentioned that point.
नहीं वो गुरकीरत ने तो एक मैच का स्पिन किया था भाई कि वो इनके साथ खेलेंगे तो ठीक रहेगा इंडियन के साथ खेलेंगे तो स्ट्रगल करेंगे.
No, I'm asking you that because Chennai play on Monday and they take on this Lucknow team who will be brimming of confidence.
Yeah, that'll be a game to watch.
That'll be a game to watch. But is it safe to say that every game Chennai plays Chepauk, they start favorites, regardless of the opposition? Because
I'll say
Lucknow
that
are a
after
good
one
team.
game. I want to look at the wicket. I want to look at the bowling lineup because Thixia is not back. That's a very
Agreed. So, okay, fine. This Monday game, who starts favorites?
Lucknow.
Because why? They have Bishnoi, they have
an equally good spin attack now. They have Bishnoi
Bishnoi and they play Amit Mishra.
and Monday game, one day break. They might not play Markwood. They might rest him.
But
one
you're
day
saying
break.
that Rawalpindi pitch.
वही तो point है ना कि they have to preserve Markwood. They need him for the qualifiers and the final.
Or like that.
That मतलब ऐसा I know Bangalore fans को ऐसा इतना लंबा सोचने की आदत नहीं होती, but ऐसा सोचना चाहिए.
No, we spoke about Wood's frailties in terms of being injured and all that. What about you, Nix? I mean, that whole Lucknow game, we will talk about the Delhi-Gujarat game, of course, which is a Tuesday night one, just a preview of that. But the Monday night game, who do you think starts favorites? Chennai or Lucknow?
I'll side with Lucknow first because I think Chennai's bowling is far more weak in terms of the options that they have versus this batting lineup. So they will need Deepak Chahar to strike early. Otherwise, Kyle Mayers is someone who can really flay that bowling attack for fun. And he's just wanting for people to err in their line and length, and then he can just go hammer and tongs like he did today. So, of course, it's in Chennai. So, if it is spinning and they're batting second, then I think it's a different case. That is, if Chennai are batting first, I think they'll do well because then they'll have a score and they have enough options to take care. But if they're bowling first, then they'll have to strike early, and probably the usage as well. I found it very surprising that MS only used 5 options in the first game. You don't usually see that happen with Chennai. They do try and get as many people as they can. Of course, the situation has to warrant that. So I do see Moeen Ali maybe starting the bowling to Kyle Mayers, but yeah, Kyle Mayers. The thing is, they have enough people who can keep hitting, and Chennai do not have a bowling attack that's defensively great. I think Santner had a very off game in the first one. So if he is not back to his best, then there will have to be some reject, because with no Tikshina, if Tikshina was there, then I would have said hands down Chennai, because then Tikshina starts. And then Kyle Mess, I can be more confident of Tikshina versus Kyle Mess as opposed to anybody else.
Fair. When does Dickok and all the South African boys return, by the way?
भाई इतने सारे कैलकुलेशन है ना, कोई कभी आ रहा है, कोई कभी आ रहा है. I know about these Sri Lankan players, they will be back by 8. Now Bangladesh players might even be very later than what they were supposed to come, because they're playing a one-off test against Ireland. South Africa, how many more games do they have to play?
One ODI against Netherlands.
Yeah, so should be soon, maybe sometime mid next week.
Yeah, because I think
By the way, we have an entire article on a cricket.com app which talks about the availability of all the players.
Yeah.
So if you and Nikhil can converse for a minute, I can dish out.
No, I was going to take that comment actually. Not Greenish one. We'll come back to the Greenish one. There was another one which from Aris Star. Once Dickok comes back, who I think it'll be harsh. I mean, you think Stoinis, but I think it'll be Mayers, right?
Yeah, it is more likely to be Mayers, but I think it will be. I think it should be Stoinis, and also to the point of Nokia back. See, it's a very tricky call between Mitchell Marsh and Riley Russo.
Yeah.
They're both similar kind of players in terms of when they take off, they'll win you a game on their own. But so you can't drop Warner. You need Powell because you don't have anybody else to play load on the order in that role. So those two are a lock. So then you can have only one option that's left with the batting session, because you will play Nokia.
Yeah.
So that call they'll have to make between Mitch and Riley. I feel Mitch should start. And if Riley is also batting at 5, I don't feel that's probably the best place for him to start. So I think that may be the way to go.
Delhi have some gun players, but it's about how they fit them all in. We saw today how they managed to, propel Sarfraz, if that's the right word, to 4. And they still have other Indian batters like we didn't see today. Manish Pandey, who was waiting in the wings. There are other names as well. So right now, clearly the game is fizzled out. Wood has a chance to potentially get 4 wickets, maybe 5 if he has another over. There's Akshar and Kuldeep who he has to be bowling to. Delhi 139 for 7, 19 gone, 55 remaining. Obviously, unimaginable this. And it's fair to say that Delhi will have to still wait till Tuesday night at least to see if they can pick up their first 2 points of this year's competition. So maybe you've managed to find that article?
Yeah, I have, but again, we don't have a day out, specific date out that
fair.
On date those players will be
That's a Lucknow fan, a first Lucknow fan that I'm seeing on the screen. I mean, they're obviously huge Mumbai fans, Chennai fans, Delhi fans.
Can you take 6? Sorry, can you take 6, like 3 more in this over?
Or it could be 1 here. If he holds on, he does. Here's one. That's 1. I mean, Akshay Patel can't believe it. He's like, I've timed the bones out of it, only to find the fielder deep mid wicket, beg your pardon, deep square leg. And it's a field day for
5 balls, 2 wickets. And
I mean, you had him as captain, right? In your fantasy setup?
Second innings captain, yes.
That's madness. So 1 wicket gives you 25 points?
Yeah. And more likely that the next 2 maybe bowled or LWW, so 33. I mean, just not counting miles before they come, but.
And you get don't you get extra point if a bowler gets 5 wickets, like a 5-4?
Yeah, but then it's not as much as a wicket, so yeah, that's okay.
So South Africa play Netherlands tomorrow.
Yeah.
And Lucknow gets him on Monday. So Dickok is definitely missing that.
Second.
Friday. So by common sense dictate that he should be available from their 3rd game.
Dickok and Nokia.
Yeah. So if
and in Gidi.
So Delhi are playing on Tuesday, so Nokia maybe, but it'll be too touch and go. Maybe Nokia will
Touch
have
and
to
go,
rest
yeah.
games.
Yeah. Because he's more likely to play both those games.
Kyle has one more game to prove that he should be selected ahead of Sorensen. So that Chennai game is very important for Kyle Mayers.
In Chekhov, we will
Yeah.
know, we will have the answers. So obviously the games are coming thick and fast, guys. Is there one standout fixture you can't wait to see?
Ah.
Bring it on, you blue buggers. I was gonna say
Oh.
a small.
Oh. Wow.
Shot.
He's rolling backwards figures here. Whatever it is, a set
Zakaria
match
unleashes
broadcasting.
inner Lance Klusener.
For sure. I do miss the good old days, Venus. I do agree.
अरे ये भी तो extra innings है.
For sure.
Yeah.
Where they used to have the band and be like, Coco.
मंदिरा वेदी की जरूरत है, गौरव कपूर की जरूरत है, और एक और कौन है यार वो?
Samir Kochar.
समीर कोचार.
Samir Kochar.
Vaishali, not Vaishali. Shibani Nandi.
शिवानी आने का तो बहुत बाद में. I think
Yeah.
3-4 years later.
Yeah.
Archana.
Archana Vijay.
Apparently, her and Asad are. The mics don't pick up that. That's
Everything gets picked up. No trash talking.
Oh.
Channel.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
143 to 8, then 3 balls left in what's been a truly disappointing Saturday. At least wanted a close game. The rain spoiled the party in Mohali, and now.
ठीक है भाई, वो नहीं तो वो गेम पौने 8 बजे तक चलता. फिर दो मैच कैसे देखते?
See, they thought about us.
I'm going on to say that first boundary against Markwood comes from a number 10 batter.
Wow.
Stat padding.
Oh, stat padding. But like what? That's the first boundary he's ever considered in his.
अबे आज क्या मैच? Ever considered?
Hey, boy, he played one more game. I don't think he considered.
यार एक से तो ज़्यादा खेला होगा.
No, one game for CSK. Chennai lined it up.
Chennai Lions.
Pretty fair. Fair assessment.
Gujarat Titans.
Right now, how much would it piss you off if the batters got a review wide?
Delhi Chappal Chowks?
Delhi Chappal Chowks. No, I think Saurabh Pant liked the name of Saurabh. Oh, sorry, Chuchant 11. I don't know where Chuchant is tonight. I think he might be partying.
Saturday मना रहे Chuchant.
For sure. No, I was going to ask you right now, we all want to just head home. Maybe me, not me, because I have to record a couple other videos. But if a batter reviews a wide now.
अभी तो मत ही करना भाई.
No,
इतनी वाइड हो गई ना. 51 तो नहीं बना
game.
रहे तुम दो बॉल में देखो.
I would break this
अपना और हमारा समय खराब मत करो.
Catch.
Five for Markwood. That is brilliant.
Small cheap joys in life.
Very often you see Gambhir on his.
गंभीर ताली बजा रहा पर खुशी नहीं है चेहरे.
Yeah. He's living up to his name. Living up to his name.
तो गंभीर और केएल राहुल तो रब ने बना दी जोड़ी यार. और दो लोग जो कभी
Yeah.
खुश हो नहीं सकते. शक्ल पे खुशी तो नहीं दिखेगी. अंदर से भले ही कभी खुश हो. शक्ल पे नहीं दिखेगी.
So that was an exceptional spell, yeah. A proper pace is pace, yeah.
So what, can he get 6 now?
One ball left.
Alzari Joseph. Alzari was about 6 for 12. Anderson was 5 for 15 if I remember correctly.
5 for 15.
Last
got a 6
to last season? Last season.
Yeah. 5-15. No one else
No,
has got a 6 Azari.
Only Alzari.
Ishan Sharma? 5-4.
5
5-4.
I think
Sohail at
Sunil
6.
had the most 4 for me.
Oh, not sure. Sorry.
But the best 5-wicket haul has to be Kumlesh 5 for 5.
Hmm.
And then Azari 6 for 12. So he can come close. 6 for 14, I think it'll be if he does get a wicket.
Markwood captain है क्या?
Second innings, yeah.
Second is captain.
Works, lad.
सही पैसा होगा.
Yesterday,
Yeah, first game also was actually very great because we knew Russell will not bowl.
Just missed. But
Yeah.
what a one-sided boring game.
Yes, guys, is what KL Rahul says. Yes, guys, chewing his gum. What a one-sided game. Yesterday, Swan asked Morgan whether Joshua Little is the only Irish player to join. Is the first. Wow.
Right note to wrap up.
So LSG bring up their 50 in terms of the winning margin, that is. But look, jokes apart, guys, it's been a good watch. We apologize, of course, for the start stopping at the internet and all of that. Blame the Bangalore weather and our IT team, to be more specific. We will get to act together in the coming days. Watch this space. Fantasy previews will be out tomorrow. We promise you that. We're doing two. The afternoon game, which comes from Hyderabad, that is, of course, Hyderabad Rajasthan, and then the Bangalore Mumbai game, that's going to be a rip roarer from the Chinnaswamy. We'll be there at 7:30 tomorrow. All the boys, of course. Thank you, Nix, for your valuable insights and predictions, as always. And we'll leave you there. And so, what's your plan? Saturday night, there's Kazi around the corner.
Saturday night,
City. What is the plan?
I'm just gonna go home and sleep, man. Not a good night. Forgettable night.
Forgettable night for Delhi fans as well. We thank Shubh on that note as well for making a little cameo appearance. He lasted a little bit longer than Sarfaraz Khan out there in the middle. But no more jokes from me and Som for tonight. It's all we have in this watch along. Thanks for watching. It's goodbye from me, and he's going to do a Joe Root right now. Mic drop.
Back up, bye. Back up.